Hello, friends, and welcome to Roll to Quest, where we definitely can adhere to time schedules. All the time, for sure, always. Is what it is. Nothing real special to announce other than this will be a shorter session, obviously, because we are starting late. I know we had mentioned it last week, but now we're even later. Sorry, Jasmine. I don't know if you're here right now or if you're going to watch it later, but appreciate
Join us
you.
live at 11 o'clock till 1:30 in the morning.
We're probably going to play a little bit later. It'll still be a shorter session, but in terms of the video, it'll be a shorter session, but we're going to play a little bit later today. With that said...
It's just a little louder.
But don't forget.
But don't forget, just... that's it. That's the whole time.
Wait, hold on.
All right.
It's the thing.
It's dead. It's dead. Last week...
Which one could play Beekman?
It is what it is.
WWC.
Last week, the Cubix Ascenders
D.
That's
the one.
Chill. Well, actually, first off, the kobolds under Tiku's leadership continued their battle with a kobold whose name escapes me as of this moment. Gerbu. They continued their battle with Gerbu, eventually even finding themselves victorious, although whatever the magic that had been empowering Gerbu, whatever it was, there seems to be some kind of interaction that it resulted in summoning one of the demons that Zephyr was actually familiar with in his studies. There was we'll say a brief bout that occurred after he had been spawned. Fighting him for a bit, as it seems that he had made some kind of a deal for the souls of the kobold tribe. That said, after clashing with you for a little bit, actually starting to receive some damage, he kind of put a pause on things, decided that this fight was not, or the souls that he was bartering for in this case, were not worth even the potential at his life. He offered you a deal, first off, to give him the envoy of Kelemvor, who was performing the ritual to send him back to whatever hells he had come from. But even without that, he still burned the agreement, the contract that was made before for the souls of the tribe of Tiku, and you elected to let him go with thousands of we'll say discontent souls that Tiku had learned were basically bound within his flames.
Minus like 50.
Minus a good portion, that between the combined efforts of main efforts of actually Kane, then assisted by Miss Tiku, able to save some of them. With that said, after he had left, we had left off with the envoy of Kelemvor, who has now exposed her face. The way I was going to say it was almost going to sound bad. Has exposed her face. She is a teenage human by look. She has not given your name yet, as actually, fun enough, was not asked, even double checked. That said, quickly afterwards, as she had approached, Razu had walked up to her and asked her a question. We will be starting with that, so we're going to hold that. But in addition to that, Alok and Grunda have also dropped into the arena. The fans have started to clear out of the arena as the fight was now over. Alok and Grunda are making their way straight to you guys as a party. Razu has met with this human envoy just a little bit offset from the group. To the point, I would actually say you guys do notice this, based on what you said. Razu would have almost kind of steered her away a little bit, just to be a little bit distant from the party, and brought Gurgle along. Did I hear that right?
I would say it's more like Gurgle followed me and I didn't care to.
Cool. Okay. So, Gurgle and Razu, you've approached this envoy of Kelemvor. It's like a colander, but a god. Go ahead and ask your question one more time.
Quick question before we meet with the group. What did Kelemvor's judgment of Tiku mean?
She kind of look past you to Tiku and say, that she is unnatural. You could call it a blasphemy to the world, or at least the power that she embodies. You can see it even now as she almost like tries to trace the outline of Tiku with her fingers, almost like out from a distance, like a picture. They play with a world that Kelemvor has deemed sacrilege.
And 2 more questions fast. What does Kelenvor feel on the Packer?
Again, that he is sacrilege. I apologize as our leader, I don't believe, had a chance to make things clear to you due to the fear of what had occurred, but there is a natural way of things, a natural way of death, a natural way to pass on. When individuals die, they return to their souls. The source being typically, from our teachings, the beginning or the origin.
I thought they went to their god's plane. That's what Zephyr told me.
Which is then used as a power. It is all a part of the same cycle. With that said,
Final
she gives them another path. You typically must be, we'll say, vented through your god back to the original strand. But whatever it is that thing is doing is providing a different avenue.
They would both probably notice Razu trying to quickly ask the third question as the party's finishing what they're doing, and probably having other people walk closer as well.
And then lastly, if we decide that the pack is the one we work with, does that put Kelenvor with us or against us?
Against, for sure. For what it's worth, there is, we don't all find it as heinous, as I can't lie, I find myself a little bit more intrigued. But, as a whole, yes, the Church of Kelenvor will be against you.
Doesn't need to be sure.
And
Wait,
then I would
So your son?
do small talk until Alec and everybody else would.
Your son?
Oh,
This. Why are you pointing at the light, not the camera?
Your
Sorry.
son that our friend will try and kill us?
No, I never said that.
No, she's saying if we choose the Packer, we don't get Kelenvor.
Think of it this way. There
We have a
is...
friend that works for Kellenberg, you know that, right?
Yes, and it'll be obsolete. For the most part. At least in the god figure, if we choose the Packer.
If you speak of Clyda, yes, you would stand against the principles that he has sworn to uphold. Think of the afterlife as like a river. She has dug a ditch, a hole. She's branched the river, or whatever it is that she may follow.
But where does the river go?
It's part of what I'm supposed to find out. Now, it seems that your friends, at this point, this is where you guys would kind of finish what you were doing before with the souls.
I had a fun visual when she's like, whatever that thing is. I'm assuming she's gesturing to Tiku.
Yes.
And then Tiku's over there, just like harvesting the corpses. That thing.
It's probably not inaccurate.
I would like, as soon as everybody
Wait.
gets there.
He literally had his light on. We were
sorry.
waiting.
I didn't see that. Go ahead.
Well, thank you guys for the assist. I heard you guys talking about the souls,
Yes.
and I believe Tiku was saving souls.
Worth noting for you, Tiku, they had branched off a little bit, so you wouldn't be able to have this particular conversation.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know if that's what she's doing. Again, part of what I'm here to do is to study her. As of right now, for what it's worth. While I believe that is the route this would eventually land in, if my findings dictate something else, perhaps I would be able to convince.
Oh, an audit.
Are
You
you
could say that.
also? Are you here for the? It was an arm, right? That I forget. Who did we just fight?
Hey, I also forgot it. It was Gerbu.
Gerbu.
Gerbu
Okay.
and his
I thought
hand.
you were
We
talking about the
specifically
demon.
did the religion check.
She,
I'm like, it's not Ubi.
Was the
She would
destroyer?
nod to that and say, yes, an artifact stolen from our high temple in Icladon.
Okay. That's what I was figuring. That's why I dropped the line.
For what it's worth, none of my current visit is in hostility. I am simply sent here to collect our treasure and, as Mr. Weekman said, to audit your use of souls. There is a concern that you're using it more as of a currency for your own gain.
Does
No.
I'd-
question. You're only,
I'd leave that stuff
you're
to these
only-
guys.
You're only auditing Tiku on
Yes.
this matter, correct? You're not auditing anyone else.
Not as of now, no.
Just Tiku.
Yes.
All right.
Clay's like, I don't want to be audited for my taxes.
well,
Never had to file last year.
before you begin your audits, as it were, does Kellenvor know the backer? Does he have any information he'd like to share? We don't know him too well ourselves.
You could definitely say that, and at this point she would actually get cut off by Alec, who would stroll forward and says, "My darlings, please tell me you're okay. That is not how a fight is supposed to go at all."
Oh, I'm feeling great.
Wonderful. Now, first and foremost, I must apologize as one of the proctors of our matches here. It seems that our systems were not properly engaged. Some odd magic has taken place here. That is to say, Tiku, you were supposed to receive multiple gifts of assistance. For what it's worth, I'd be happy to give those to you now, fight already being determined. But some kind of interference was being...
By who? Is that a crime?
Yes. And I strive to find out. I'll let you know as soon as I do, but for now, if I may, I'd love to invite you all to dinner as an apology. This is most unacceptable. For what it's worth, me and the other high seats will be in attendance. And with that being the case, via the results of this match just now, you deserve a seat at that table already.
Do you
By-
have any unique foods?
Does that mean
Of course.
does that mean Kogal's gonna sit here and tell us how happy he is that he can beat us up later?
Is he even back?
Absolutely.
But
But he won't beat you up now.
you're
For now, we could perhaps enjoy some fruits, some exotic foods, and perhaps even a dance.
you're pretty full of yourself. You think dinner's going to be enough. We have a professional chef here.
Oh, do you think so little of me that I didn't do my research? I've prepared a kitchen and ingredients for Tiku as well. That is to add to the festivities and the exoticness of.
I'm just
of
making
dinner
sure we have a
also.
pretty high level of food in this party, so it's hard to compete.
What does your drink selection look like?
What do you want it to look like?
Nothing from Clay B. Stuff's poison.
Quite.
Don't drink it.
Quite an oddity is he'd like start to swish his hand like he has a cup of wine. Nothing is there. He'd say, I've rather enjoyed the flavor, but I can prepare some tranquil meads, wines, and otherwise for our guests. For what it's worth, you are not required to attend. It will be atop the 50th floor, Kogal's estate, just outside the kitchens, of course, with an entrance prepared for you, Tiku.
Is there snacks? Or not snacks? What was the gifts you said you were going to give me?
Well, the first of which, as he would just reach to his side, seemingly pulling out of some kind of space similar to Zabal's hole, and he would pull out. More accurately, it spawns one of those windows that you guys had seen when you guys had the fight with Golroge. And as soon as he reaches in, it seems to spawn. And he would reach in, he would pull out a vial, hand it over to you, and says, "This one was fairly simple. I believe it was for," and he points to one of the doors. And he says, "I believe it was for Dobby. As one of the participants, they were worried he was going to fall. That is a preventative potion against death. To be fair, it only has one use, and it only lasts for a minute. But it'll save you in a tight circumstance. There were 2 other gifts as well. First of which, as soon as you called out the weakness, it seems individuals did not take kindly to that. You pull out another vial, a red vial, and it says, Alchemy Fire. Cannot be put out save extraordinary circumstances. Burns hot for up to an hour.
Soaks just squeals somewhere out in the distance.
Be careful. If you spill that, as soon as it's exposed to the air, it ignites. I'd love to know the science of it, but I don't myself.
It's actually not that complicated, but
Did Gerbo get any gifts?
Yes, he did, but as he unfortunately has passed, those would be returned to the individual who sent them. But if you want to know what they were,
More out of curiosity to see if his were denied as well.
apologies, one more time.
More out of curiosity to see if his were denied as well.
I'm sure he does, but as of right now, it is, again, irrelevant. Sorry, cat's got the tongue.
Curious if whoever denied the magic had a favorite.
I would be most curious, as I can tell you his reward was nothing special. It was a simple ring. And again, he holds his hand out like he's holding something, but nothing is there. From what I can tell, it has some kind of inscription on it, runic in nature. Unfortunately, I myself am not as familiar with runes. But I recognize the magic.
I am very proficient with runes, and Zephyr is proficient with items.
Is this all of the
If you
given?
care to give us a look.
Perhaps let me paint you a picture then. As Alec would start to dance, tracing his feet through the sand and drawing runes in the sand as he would dance out, and he would effectively just draw out a spell that would have been on a spell ring. In this case, it is animate dead, but the spell seems slightly off. Even for the both of you, you would know that the spell itself, again, looks to be of something of an older. This is a much longer cast with potential, a lot more potency as a potential behind it. This is a rune weave that has been put onto an item. The implication here being that you can activate it, and then it takes time to activate. Unlike a spell scroll that's instant, it's a rune weave that you can activate that as soon as you do it, would then activate within like a minute. So if you activate it, you have a little bit of a timer. For what it's worth, though, as he would stop at the end of this dance, and he says, "There's no sender. It is anonymous." Interesting. That'll make it hard to return. Perhaps I'll see if I can give it to you as a spoil of winning. But for the time being, again, your invite has been extended. I would love to see you all at dinner. You're all welcome to attend, not all required even.
Will the fourth seat be there?
Of course. All of the high seats, that would be 1 through 5, are going to be in attendance. It is only natural whenever a new member rises to the challenge. We throw a bit of call it a welcome feast for those that now hold a certain level of sway and power. For what it's worth, that does mean you can tell her what to do. As he would lightly start to walk away, and Grunda would just...
I just turned and grinned at Grunda.
Grunda would, like, eyes squinted and is like, "I fucking dare you."
You're not worth it.
Now, for what I'm here for... Well, first off, I was most curious about the magic, and I didn't want you to die, as I figured if you took the seat, it'd be easier to take. But the biggest question, I suppose you'd be the best to ask for this, TQ. What is that? As he would just gesture over to the body of Gerbu,
What is he gesturing at?
directly
full
to
body.
his body.
Like his body as a whole?
Yes.
Do I know what it is?
Gerbu.
He is a kobold that lost his way.
Well, he's not a kobold anymore.
I cast Identify on him. I'll speed cast it.
Need to read identify. How does identify work with objects?
Did I get down?
You
Nothing
get
else?
to know what spells are affecting it and basically the properties. Effectively.
I always have to bring up the wording because
Yeah,
it's too
really
long.
nuanced.
Fun fact:
Yeah.
if the object is a magic is a magic item or some other magical object,
Who's asking about the body? Sorry.
by the nature of this, it says that if it's not magical, it doesn't work.
You sure?
If the object is a magic item or some other magical object, you learn its properties and how to use them.
We leveled up.
You did last session.
Oh,
You learn what ongoing spells are affecting it and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn the spell's name.
He was like, ironically, the session John's not here
Okay,
for.
with that being the case, I'm going to do a little bit more like this, kind of like I did with your exposed weakness. Casting Identify on this, while there is no magical effects that are ongoing, I would say you know that there is a residue of necromancy. Necromancy as well as another transmutation. Transmutation and necromancy both have residue on this body. And with the Identify spell, there are dozens of races in this creature. This is not a kobold, nor human, dragonborn. Almost as you use the magic,
Razu.
there is like to the point that even looking at like his chest where some of the robe has been cut, you can see points where it's clear that within even just like the one pectoral, I guess is what you'd say, is like 4 separate races that have been strewn together.
Okay, with Ubi.
Gerbu?
No, with Ubi,
is the other
is there any similarities between how, like any similar types of scarring or anything?
Crude, but yes.
Okay. This looks very similar to Squawk's handiwork.
Can you come look at this and see if you can remember anything? Also, this is gonna taste really weird.
I cast guidance on Razu.
For me, imagine they're pulling me from Alec. As I'm nerding out on my alchemy fire here a little bit.
See, it's actually one of the most simplest things. You just mix white phosphorus into a tube. You must extract the air because it combusts.
Razu, stop talking shop. We need you over here.
Wait.
And you would be pulled away at this
Project
point.
Finish.
You looked that shit up.
I did, but I also kind of made it up.
No, it's fine. It's fair. You'd get pulled away. Alec would call out to you. Alec himself, effectively exiting, likely to go prepare for dinner, would call out to you as a last note and say, "You can tell me all about it at dinner, darling." And then Alec, almost kind of like swaying side to side, would leave the arena.
You're dancing with the frog. I ain't doing it.
But don't you know the best dances swap partners? It's part of the skill of the dance.
My performance is really low.
I can.
There's medicine to help with that.
As he would get to the wall where he's about to leave, he would kind of turn around and almost like in a yelling whisper, it said, "I can teach you." And then he would leave.
Goddess of wisdom, can I use inspiration to roll lower?
Low performance is common with someone that uses steroids. Just saying.
Hi, Dadgy. Okay. I assume you're going with them to actually inspect the body then?
Yeah.
Medicine check.
History check. To recall, but just check.
Anybody else think it was weird that bro like got some sentience back at one point during the fight and like started to like think coherently, and then all of a sudden felt like he like snapped back to reality, you know?
I
Anybody else?
assumed he was under some sort of spell. As is the case with most creatures.
Doesn't that mean we should try to figure out who was spelling on him?
He's made of over a dozen different races.
Dozens.
Dozens.
Including monster races.
Who knows what mind was up there? Similar to mine, if I had not been successful.
You said 21?
21.
Okay. Doing quick inspection on this body, This is Squawk's handiwork. And the reason you're not using a history check, though, is because it's not his work. This is inspired. And they're not nearly as good as Squawk or Ubi. But it is clear that this is effectively the mind melding that you're doing. They tried to do it in a physical sense. And you're confident that there were at least pieces of it where it's likely that his mind was broken in a sense. This would have been a multiple personality disorder
Psychometry.
to a very high level. Ooh, go ahead and roll. That's a history check. I don't think you need it. I think you get advantage.
Get advantage.
Yeah, I think you just get it for grim psychometry.
It's not amazing. I actually do have games though. Roll that for the 20.
Too late.
Too late. That's a
20. 4 on guidance. Yes.
Obviously a natural 20.
Okay. As you're conducting the medicine check, some of the blood from your own blood right that you have done throughout the fight almost like kind of like drips onto him as you're casting grim psychometry, seemingly almost like interacting with his blood through some of the wounds on him. It's almost like individuals start to stand, like almost small silhouettes of blood start to stand and interact using his chest as almost like a canvas, or one might say better, a laboratory floor, as it almost seems to like fill in the gaps.
Also, I'm gonna slide my bandage up so that my other eye can see. It's probably not quite healed quite yet, just like see if anything goes on there.
Okay. Watching this this scene almost that had played out, there seems to almost your blood pools off of the side, and then almost like makes like some sort of cage, with dozens of small silhouettes in it. Some in pieces, some seemingly together. An individual reaching down and pulling some out, chopping off a piece, and then dropping the rest into what is some kind of a pit. Walking over and almost starting to stitch onto the individual. And then in the way that you've done this, technically he would be the one to actually say this, narrating it out. You'd hear two individuals talking. The first being a familiar voice of, "He literally made this in a stone broom closet. And you're struggling this hard, really?" Yes, there's a joke there. The other individual is like, "You don't understand the proficiency, the dedication, you could say, that Squawk and his student had. They were they reached a level that no one has been able to..." I'm sorry, I need to focus. "I'm sure you do.
This is a Paul.
Be successful this time," is a familiar Dragonborn. He says, "And for what it's worth, we do have a lead on the blueprint. It seems it wasn't destroyed. Hopefully I can bring that to you soon." And the blood would...
Do we recognize
Can
the
I
lab
do
or
a
the
history
layout?
check to see if Squawk knew that Dragonborn that was not Paul?
The other individual was not a Dragonborn. So Paul was the Dragonborn.
Oh,
Who's the other individual?
The other individual is a satyr?
Satyr, yeah.
Legs of a goat, torso of a human? Satyr.
Don't tell me! He's back! It's been years!
Can I do a history check to see if this is the person that Squawk knew?
Wait! He was even a healer! It's all coming together!
That would be insane. That would be wild.
That's a 24.
A 24, you said?
28.
Squawk definitely knew this individual. But in the sense of a teacher would know a student that shows up to many of their lectures.
Does he know their name?
Being as he worked with this, can I do another check?
Does he recognize the lab layout or like?
Yes,
the pattern?
that is in Roslakar. What the scene that you just saw is very much so in Roslakar. Not the lab that you guys were in. This would have been a separate business.
Oh, but there was a
separate
lot of
building, the prison.
We went to the prison. Could have just been in one of the prison rooms. There was a lot of rooms that they used as prisons. I thought you said we heard people. Like,
But that was still the
screaming
lab. This would quite literally be like the main jail in Roslakar.
inside. Okay.
Does Razu recognize this satyr?
Does Razu recognize this satyr? Razu looks familiar.
You see, the problem is I can never like it looks familiar could just be Squawk.
You had a carriage ride with this satyr. You're confident.
It actually is. That's fucking golden.
Wait, is this Angie's
He's
character?
coming back. He's coming back.
Wait, is this Angie's character?
It was Angie's original character.
Okay. You should have said he had a top hat.
It was on the table.
Okay.
Context: we had another player when we started this campaign, or at least we were supposed to, but then they decided they wouldn't be able to make it. This is the character they made.
Okay.
This was technically pre-campaign
Yeah.
because she never actually played.
You actually retconned him out.
Initially, I
But
said
now
that.
he's back.
Yes,
He's back
initially-
in.
I have no idea who this is.
So what?
No way.
You wouldn't.
You wouldn't know.
No,
So
no.
the way that we're gonna do this, because I do have to correct it a little bit, because I did mess with it a little bit, and way back then I was like, no, they were just never there. The slight correction: they were there for the initial carriage ride. They still didn't get out, but Ralamon said they would be joining you the next day, but there was something they had to take care of first.
And they never did.
They never joined you the next day in Timberhold.
Wait a minute. I'm not here.
What was her name?
I'm a genius. It was like Killerbach or something.
Killerbach.
It started with an H. That's all I remember.
Hold on.
I
will
botched
not
that-
tell you.
I botched that really bad on purpose.
I didn't even write it down. It's been too
This
bad.
would be them two.
Tiku, Razu would technically be the only people, but if anyone actually wrote down the name, I'll let you have it. By the way, Kayla, if you're trying to pull up the campaign to look for the character, I deleted it.
Oh no, I wasn't.
I only remember. I vaguely recall it started with an H. And
I'm
it
gonna
was two
stick with
syllables.
Hillerbach.
As Razu has called it, this is Hillerbach. Grunda would walk over to the body as the blood would pool and just, that's gruesome.
It's delightful, isn't it?
I do have his name. I don't know if Tiku would remember the name, but I have his
If
name.
you have it, I'll let you remember.
Razu would remember it if you got it.
His name was Giles. Or Giles.
It never
Also
started
a
with an
last name.
H. It was
Oh,
a
fair
J.
enough. There was like a last name or something. But
She actually spelled it with a G, but
Was it a G? Oh,
Yes,
sorry, I
it-
spelt it with a
it's-
J.
I think she pronounced it Giles, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't. Yes. Hillerbach.
Yes. Hillerbach from Giles.
I was close.
Hey, it's been like 3 or 4 years. Calm down.
I mean, it's
Okay.
literally just her daughter's age. 3
Okay.
years.
It's 2 years.
All right. Damn it, King, you broke my train of thought. Yes.
By the way, when Grunda said yes, there was like a disturbing smile to it.
It's quite delightful, actually. I quite enjoy it. You know,
She would reach down and almost like touch the blood on the floor. And she goes,
don't eat that.
of course not. It's interesting though. It's not kobold blood.
Was it not my blood?
did she pick up the blood that I used for
The way that I had it is
It
the
merged
way
with
that I
the
did
blood
it is
inside
like
him.
when it dripped off of you, it like mixed with the blood.
Yeah. Yeah. I gathered that. It's probably closer to undead Draken mixed with the blood hunter Kenku.
Is there
No, you
made
don't
metal in it?
understand that she would take her hand and she would run her hand just across the blood. There's actually no metal in it.
There's no metal in it.
She would run her hand across the blood to where it's like decently coated, and she would kind of like raise it and have it drip down off of her wrist, eventually going down to her elbow before dripping. And she goes, "It's divine."
So what?
I just pull a
Divine.
massive syringe.
Say less.
Wait, I pull out my blood now that like the little gold happened there, and I test both Ubi's and mine. Where is it coming from?
Freaking drain
You
the
mean
body
Gerbu?
like a vampire.
I grab a sample of Gerbu's and my gold, and like want to see which one it's coming from.
They would attack each other. This is
Yeah, but I'm saying like, which one is the celestial?
Gerbu. Gerbu has divine blood.
Massive syringe. Actually, no. I just put my scythe in his body, and just
As he would effectively mummify Gerbu. As you would
You know, that
start
makes the meat
to,
not. Oh.
as you would
Everything for the tribe, Tiku. Everything for the tribe.
As Razu would now mummify Gerbu, the envoy of Calivor would approach, and she just kind of, almost like the person who's like
Gerbu lost
looking
his
over,
way.
trying, like waiting for the turn. She says,
How does Gerbu?
"If I may,
How does
might I retrieve our implement?"
Does Gerbu's soul feel?
One more thing.
How did Gerbu's soul feel?
Gerbu is a mash of souls. It feels like when Dobby's soul got clashed, and it was no longer either one of them. It was some kind of corrupt mesh. That's what his is. But it's like dozens.
Can I? Oh, what do I do with a soul like this?
Can I say a little prayer in my head? So, Packer, I don't know what to do with this one. What do we do with the broken souls?
And I pulled it out.
You would pull out what is, think like so you know when you have a
Yarn ball.
a yarn ball, but it's dozens of colors. That's effectively what it is. Each one so interweaving to the point that it is also, it couldn't be by accident. When you saw the spell from before, the way that they mashed was like two things colliding and
Organic,
breaking
more
and was coming.
organic, yeah.
This is very neatly put together, very much so like a very nice ball of yarn with multiple different colors of string, but
This
they've all
looks-
been perfectly woven together.
Not right.
The only thing that you have that would be a comparison to it is when you've inspected Razu's soul. But this is a weird version of it. Again, this is of the same work, but it's not nearly to the same level. This is an unfinished product that would eventually result in having two separate souls in one's head. But again, they've instead been mashed together, still meticulously, but not with nearly the same level of expertise. That said, you are very confident, both from you and as you call to the Packer. It's not the original soul of any of them, and it's not repairable. You could choose to let it pass on.
I'm going to break it apart.
Okay. I do need a survival check for this. It is going to be a very difficult check.
Want to like grab out the string?
And like try to like take apart all the strings.
We got DC 27 on this to actually be able to break
freaking
apart.
Kellenvor,
What would we even do?
this Kellenvor follower is
that.
looking at this like, what are you doing?
Very much so. As she would pull the soul out and start to work on this, the almost like passive face of a teenage girl who doesn't care
No,
would
let her
break
work.
to what is she doing? That's as she would like start to like rend the soul. That's wrong. This is
We can compare notes later.
this is why
Moderator,
Razu.
not an enforcer.
Yes.
Weren't you here to conduct, like, notations?
If you look away, it'll be plausible deniability.
She does not look away.
So, now that you've seen it, do you think you could, flip, as you said, convert, as you said,
Get it?
I rolled a 1 and a 20.
So natural 1 into natural 20.
Yeah, that means worse.
Pretty great. Sorry, I didn't talk over you.
It was a 27, you said? It's a 32 without anything.
You have something?
I was talking to him.
And I'm going to go with a no, based upon the reaction.
Just wanted to double check, you know?
As you
Maybe
say
there's a
that,
world.
36.
but then Tiku, through her own meticulous work, they're still broken. There are pieces of whenever they put this together, there are pieces that were lost. They were not able to successfully to create this whatever Squawk did, which also would give you like there would be this brief moment of Tiku again, almost like your hatred for Squawk resurfacing upon realizing Squawk likely did this to many souls to get to the point where he was that good. With that said, you are successfully able to break them apart, and despite pieces missing, would now have what is individual pieces of 86 souls.
Holy shit.
You you effectively figured out how to pull salt out of food after it's dissolved into it.
Yeah, actually,
And
without even boiling it.
Yeah.
I was gonna let him pass on after that.
As you would let them pass on, her face would go from like this almost dismayed disgust of what you were doing to an understanding curiosity of like, wait, what you do is not possible.
What?
Yet you seen it.
I did. This is not. And she would look up, almost like balloon strings, and the soul's almost like moving and spreading, to the point. And for the first time, to the rest of you, as Tiku breaks this and releases it, you can see almost like the light green and white strands that break. Whatever magic is keeping them together
Light green?
seems. Sorry, what?
Light green color?
Yes.
Light green.
Familiar
blue.
light green. Whatever magic was keeping these together, as she releases the souls, seems to be releasing into the air, to the point that especially the two of you would understand what you're seeing isn't actually the souls, it's the magic that was intertwining them. Whereas for you, you would see almost like that most white silhouette, ghostly nature of the souls releasing. This individual, you can do this with supreme accuracy?
What is it? Supreme accuracy? I don't know what you mean.
With a bard and a wizard.
Is this magic part of the souls or separate?
Separate.
Can I yoink it?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down here.
It's
It
separate.
probably
He already
dispersed-
confirmed it.
Yeah, it'd probably disperse pretty quick though, I imagine.
Yeah,
So-
but you're taking apart the magic that conformed a living soul.
So
at some
the
point.
answer is no. The reason being
Energy vampires,
is
like-
as it starts to happen, your initial reaction would be like, oh, the souls that TQ's releasing, and then the logic part of your brain of like, I can't see those. What is this? And
But by the
slight
time you
and then the
process it.
familiar almost reminder of like, I know light green magic that intertwines with souls. I've seen it before. But by the time that all went through your head, it would have dissipated.
I want the light green magic. Just a small part.
I need that. I need that.
I need to just snort a string.
I don't even know if you guys know the significance of light green magic.
You do seem to be the only person that actually remembers when you saw it.
I mean, the demon had a bunch of it.
No, he had green fire, not light green magic. You guys have seen this exactly one time. I'll let Kane explain it, but
It was about something earlier.
I like how you
Okay.
stare at it like, what was this?
so she's
Light
going to continue to talk then if you don't remember what it was. And she, upon seeing what you did, she says, "No, I believe this is something I could explain. It would be difficult, and you'd likely have to show your proficiency. But if you are willing to show this ability to Kalimvor, the perversion that he believes you stand for, you somehow correct."
What are you talking about, sober version? You're talking about those terrible things?
She's good at it, but she has no idea what it means.
She could not explain to you how it works.
The magic that you have from this, you said, Packer,
Packer is great, yes.
that magic is beyond even the power of a death that Kalimvor commands. And his
Kalimvor's kind of a bitch.
Don't mind Tico. She's a little rough around the edges. She
there's
means
like
well.
a clear bite of the tongue. She goes,
He doesn't like me already, I think.
he doesn't like the magic that you use. Whatever it is you're a part of something that has long since, hundreds, if not longer, hundreds of years, someone has been using souls as currency, as I said. And this isn't whatever being you follow, for what it's worth. There is an individual. We thought it to be Squawk after our findings that we've had in our study of your group. And then perhaps even Ubi, his prime apprentice. But there is
Squawk
someone
is
who
not a good
seeks
friend.
that magic. And it is... They use it in a much more transactional sense, using it for their own gain. We thought it was your benefactor, But if your benefactor trusts you to do that, and that is your work in his favor, I don't think it's as opposed as I initially thought. If it comes to it, I would even be willing to speak for you in this regard.
Packer doesn't like those kind of souls. They're bad souls. Well, no, they're not bad souls. They're...
Spoiled?
Spoiled. Spoiled is a good word.
She would seem confused by what you're saying, and she goes, I understand where you come from then. If you ever find yourselves in need of an envoy between Kalimvor and yourselves, I would be happy to speak on your behalf in this regard, assuming, as she would gesture to the skeletal arm that Gerbu has, assuming I'm allowed to return with the artifact, I would speak on your behalf to Kalimvor. Those in his
What was
service.
your name again?
She smiled with a light smile. She says, "Not everyone asks for it, as I am unimportant in the grand scheme of things, but I am Eluin."
Eluin?
L-U-N. E-L-L-U-I-N.
Eluin.
I pull out my recipe book and I draw an egg with wings. Equals the scale thing.
Equals stick figure.
Equals
With a
scale, the scale that's like really far, but then like a smiley face on the scale.
I grab the arm and tell Riku,
I chop off the arm.
Riku? Where did that come from?
I mix them together.
You've
Razu
been
and
playing
Tiku.
Kingdom Hearts?
I have Razu chop it off and hand it over to
Tiku can
the.
do that.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Here's your artifact. thingy.
So when you were casting Identify, you were identifying the body, specifically trying to figure everything out.
Mhm.
Even just holding this artifact, you would have an understanding of that this is an extremely powerful magic item. Quite literally an artifact.
I have a feeling it also probably like synergizes with the book at some point.
To the point, as you
boy.
pick it up and you hold it out to her, not really thinking anything of it, and she she reaches out and grabs it. You have that moment of your grip doesn't loosen.
I'm trying to let it go. It's not.
And then you'd be able to let it go. And she goes, I didn't realize that was an effect of it, but holding it out in front of her.
I like glance at my spellbook a little bit. Yeah, it must be an
on
effect.
the spellbook, the mouth is slightly further agaped. It is, again, that is almost like frozen in an open state.
Mm-hmm.
You almost like get the impression that it's like its mouth is watering.
It's like yeah, it's an effect of the item for sure.
You're already missing your arm. Just
That's right. Just you do the other one.
I'd recommend you don't combine whatever that is with this, or
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I don't need.
I know that that's evil.
I don't
But
need
no,
more in my head.
I'm confused on your group, I will not lie. But
It makes sense.
my
Zephyr
mission
is
is accomplished. If you do not have anything else for me, I shall be returning to Icladon.
Zephyr's friend.
It is likely Kalimvor will like someone higher up to speak with you. Might I tell them where to send an envoy if they wish to discuss further relations?
Lone Peak.
A neighbor.
Oh,
That would be very easy then.
I think
You
it'd be better
are
to send him
Eloin?
to our Cinderhold tractor.
Grunda with
like home base.
still looking at the blood goes, Valith?
I mean, Lone Peak, like.
How does her soul look?
Do you not?
Grunda?
No, Eloin.
Actually,
Oh yeah,
I think
Anchor does actually.
Before we do that,
Well,
I mean,
Eloin's is what I was thinking.
it's kind of up to Kane. Are we okay to invite?
An envoy of Kalimvor would be welcome in Clawed-Beak.
Okay, that's fine. I was just thinking,
Wait, did you
all
just say
bases
Claude
Cinderhold,
It goes by both names.
I'm pretty sure it was Lone Peak.
It is also referred to as Clawed-Beak.
Did someone put a giant claw in it?
It was
The
a
answer
giant
is
claw. That's why it's
Dragon's
called Lone
name
Peak.
human name.
Wait.
It's not a giant's claw.
Gruda.
It's like a pokey thing.
Just think about it like this, Tiku.
A dragon.
Just the
rests
ground.
at the top.
The mountain.
It doesn't even have a top. It's like.
It kind of like.
Wait.
And we'll continue.
Gruda.
That's fine.
Now that we're like cool kids and we're in like in the 5th seat, is there like
She like
cooler proctors?
raise her eyebrow at you as you say that. It's, not if you wish to stay at the Bloody Chalice. Valeth is the, I'll say, a proctor, as you're calling it. He is the proctor for your Bloody Chalice. But if you wish to ascend to a higher level, yes. Typically, the floors are assigned your sponsors as well as your proctors, as you're calling it, typically by floor. There are 50 separate within Zinderhold. So yes, if you choose to wish to leave the Bloody Chalice, perhaps take your rightful, as she seems like in disbelief over it, rightful place at one of the higher floors, then yes, you could have a different one.
What if we just move the whole building?
I suppose that might work.
Very nice. Very nice.
Elowin at this point to confirm and say, so we'd be sending someone to Lone Peak then, yes?
Inform them that Cain of the Golden Scales gives them passage and they will receive the highest regards.
I thought
You got the
dragons were
little
more like
murder.
powerful and less, like snake-like.
I was gonna say, has he got a little more snake-like recently? Anyone else?
I will.
Listen, he's still coming into his own. He's growing. He's not there
Slow
yet.
Got a little snake
and
down.
I'll leave that to you.
steady.
For now, I must return, and I will speak on your behalf. Hopefully, we can be allies as we move forward, as what you do is not a perversion,
Well,
as we initially thought.
You're
Wow.
good people too. You are rockin' me.
She's holding the artifact between her hands. She almost kind of leans down. She's like, I would love some.
I stick it in her mouth.
wow.
She takes it almost like the twig from Jet. Just kind of leaves it in her mouth for a moment. Well, I wish you all the best of luck in your dinner.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
I just
While we still have Kellenvor's eyes, get a little more serious.
Grundy,
I will
Did I
perform a Kellenvorish prayer. I think I've studied religion enough at this point to understand a Kellenvorish
Why are
prayer.
you doing a Kellenvor bird?
Do you know who the devil is?
Zephyr is critiquing this man right now.
Didn't even move.
Are you asking her or Kellenborn?
This is specifically a prayer to Kellenvor while he has his eye here because she's here and this is probably a little
He
important. so
probably doesn't.
I assumed
have his eye
Kellenvor would
here.
like maybe be here, but point is I'm doing a religion check.
I'm not having guidance
Kellenvor.
to him. I'm just watching him.
Prayer to Kellenvor.
Good try,
And
Roger. Good
I'm
try.
just asking.
Who is the devil?
The devil?
Oh, he did good.
I'm specifically asking the devil. Yes.
Do you have advantage?
I
on
have my
religion?
weapon turned into a religion book. Is that how this works? Do I get a +2? Huh?
No, but you
Religion tool +2?
You create a Bible.
Does that count as a religion tool +2?
No, it does not.
They wear purple robes.
Uh,
I have scales.
okay. Oh, yeah.
25.
It's like a blank book.
Yeah, you got a good roll.
A blank book full of stone.
And it's got like prayer to Kellenvor written on the back of it. And then it's just totally blank on the inside.
It has the scales on the front.
Just a cheat sheet.
You said
Looking-
25?
Oh, that's really well done. And then I see his cheat sheet. I'm like, that makes sense.
As she would be turning to leave and you'd be conducting this prayer, she would turn back to you. And then as you'd actually finish it, she would kind of stop for a moment and goes, I don't think he heard you, but so the magic in this area, the connection to the celestial plane seems ineffective. I do feel as if the connection myself is weak. I could not tell you why.
I summon Malrith.
Can I pinpoint that?
I reach out to
Gurgle's
Talos.
weapon or Tiku's pot or something?
Religion check. Arcana?
Fucking wham!
Great.
Damn!
I'm the goat!
Damn!
Both of you, okay.
35.
Yeah, I didn't great. This is
Shut
unfortunate.
your bitch ass up. Natural 20.
Is there any weirdness
For
going on with
27.
their souls?
Natural 22.
I'm waiting to hear what he got.
Religion. That is 16.
Talos does
Very
not seem to respond. Not too uncommon though. You would not feel an innate connection, but you don't know if that's partly because you don't actually have a strong connection to Talos. You have a strong connection to divine magic, but not to Talos himself. For you, as you would initially attempt to summon Malrith, there very much so is like a wall, almost like you can't do it. You're able to quickly realize that something's impacting the spell at least a little bit, and still summon Malrith. But as that almost like veil, that veil that she seems to come through, breaks. There's like the sound of a shattering window. It's light. It's not super loud or intrusive, but like this light sound of like as Malrith's head would again like appear over your shoulder like it has before. She goes, "There is a wall." And almost like she's leaning back, she would disappear. And then you would get like the sensation of like a thud. In your head you hear, You're not in home, but you're not in your home. Where are you?
What happened? What were we?
So that wasn't Malrith the second time?
No, that's Malrith talking to you.
I wasn't in home, but I wasn't.
I wasn't in home, but I wasn't in your home. Where are you?
Clarify.
Ooh, man.
Your plane is yours, mine is mine. You're not in either. Where are you?
Do I have a spell?
We should
Is
still be
there
on
like
the
a
material
detect
plane,
magic
according to my
or-
knowledge, right?
Very much so.
Detect illusions? Is there like somebody that knows how to do this?
Identify the plane if you can.
That's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading.
Right as she goes
Clarify, dragon.
right as she goes to chew the
It wasn't that. It's that I
I've
just didn't understand what
I've
she was
decided-
saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I have to spend
That's
the
a
10
lot of
minutes
words.
right as
to try to detect the
I have
magic
no
around
idea
us.
how you would even detect
know if you
plane.
can
I don't
detect
think there's
the
a
plane.
single
Yeah.
spell in D&D that allows you to
Detect
do
magic
that.
is like
Was I able to get
kind of
anything with
detects the
my-
magic around you. I feel
could-
like.
Well, actually, yeah, I could cast ritual cast detect
There
magic.
is. There's a spell called Discern Location.
Really? I've never
But
heard
you can
this spell
sense like
before.
detect the magic of the plane.
By the
around
way-
you, right?
It's an 8th level spell.
Jesus!
Did I get some from a religion check? I would also like,
What were you religion checking? I apologize.
specifically what I would think it is, which is 3 things. If it is Gurgle's sword, because that's something I can know could do with a realm. The Packer, which could be like Kellenvor can't hear that, or the Zinderhold battlefield, because that also has to do with like the land in between.
Not know. Also wouldn't be religion. Just so you know, magic innately, unless it has such such a powerful level, cannot be seen. The only reason I kind of give it to these two is because it's what they interact with it so often.
Yeah.
It's not even that they see magic; it's that they recognize, this is a magical thing.
We
I just thought
we
you-
almost have like
I
a.
thought you literally told me to do religion check. Now I understand. You probably were asking.
You were doing it for the
Zephyr.
prayer.
Yeah,
Right.
but I'm saying I did a second one because I thought you told me to. I now realize you were probably doing it for Zephyr.
Yeah, it was for me.
But
Oh, no, that
I
was-
thought
that
you
was
were
for-
telling me to do it because I asked if I could do a check to determine if what was cutting off the area to the divine, which I'm proficient.
The
in
answer
religion,
is
would
no.
be-
You would not be able to. You would know that it's happening, however, without some kind of a spell or something like that. There isn't a way to just determine it.
Okay, if we're not where we should be, then where are we?
Gurgle, your sword talking to you?
My soul?
Your
Sword.
sword. Your
Sword.
Oh no,
weapon.
he's been passed out since we had the meeting.
Is he
Like,
still conked out?
yo, you still conked? You still tired? Still sleeping?
No response.
He's still sleeping.
Go ahead.
Discern Location is a 3.5 E spell.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not even 5th edition.
Interesting.
There is no 5th edition spell.
Well,
There is
the
now.
one that they recommend, or another one that is recommended, is you can cast Contact Other Plane.
I think that's 5th level, if I'm not mistaken.
That one is a 5th level spell.
Based on my assumption,
Why does it
Packer.
detect magic as well? Work. At least to tell like the
It
nature of the magic around you.
Yeah.
You could tell
I
if it's
would-
not your original magic, right? Because the in between plane is gonna have different magic, like a different magic school.
I would
Like the fire plane has fire magic kind of thing.
brandish.
Oh no, that wouldn't work either because it contacts a creature from another plane. Does not tell you what plane you're on.
I
Simply lets you
brandish
connect with someone.
my mark
It's got highly detect
invitation to
magic.
the Packer.
Packer, are you with us?
On a
You
door.
would not have a response.
You have to put it on a door.
I understand. I was just brandishing it because I'm thinking of what 3 things could cut off the thing to the divine. And I just asked what the devil was, which specifically has to do with the Packer. So who would interfere with that? That, the sword that can also summon to another realm, or it's just Zimberhold bullshit.
Well,
Ugh.
this,
be
this,
Cinderhole
this might be a
bullshit.
waste.
Aren't in
I will tell you
arena?
that Zephyr would be an easy one as he has already studied this. When the Zinderhold brings it to the material plane, it does not change the plane you're on. It takes it from a plane and puts it there.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that if you're not on another plane, not Zinderhold magic.
Okay, so it's not just.
It is not the Zinderhold spell. The Zinderhold spell, while it interacts with planes, it effectively steals from the plane, or copies it, would be better said, and then makes it in the material plane where you are. So it would not be that if you are actually on another plane. The Packer, you guys would also know, as the Packer's only connection point is through a door.
Yeah,
So
it
if the
has to be
door
through a
was
door.
not somewhere in this arena, it would not be connected, and his plane is separate. You would have to go into it. That is to say, it would not overlap, as far as you guys know, with the plane you're on.
Is Grunda still present?
She is.
I would like to have Malrith cast Plane Shift and not to actually cast it, but basically it says you can specify a target destination in general terms. And I'm curious, I don't actually know if this would work, but if I specify here, would it tell me where here is?
Or you could do the arena.
It's a
we were
7th level
supposed-
spell for what it's worth.
What you got, Kayla? I'll pull this up.
Trinity's first.
Go tree.
Well, I'm gonna wait till this interaction happens
Okay. Well then.
because my thing requires a little more. Well, we'll be in response to this if we don't get anything.
So
I wanna-
yours would be no, because you have to determine the plane.
Okay. So my thing is, well,
have to tell
this
her.
might be a waste of a charge, but I use the land between stone.
Wouldn't that shift you?
I was gonna say Malrith is in the land between.
I want to see what happens.
Fair enough. Zephyr just
Zephyr
Dust.
would just. He would effectively go translucent and disappear.
Now what happens when you come back?
What is?
That's
for
more
you,
hilarious.
the
is Malrith there?
yes, actually. So what? How this would look to you?
It's like pop in and like, yo.
So the land in between, again, it overlays, much like the ethereal plane. It overlays with the material plane, so it should look the exact same. But as soon as you enter this,
Just like
the
brick.
arena is flattened out, like the battlefield had never been summoned. All of the stands are still empty. Via the nature of this item specifically, you can actually still see the rest of them, even though they can't see you. But like, for example, the larger stone outcropping that you guys had initially spawned in on, or that had grown up under your feet, it is not there. That is to say, you would be confident that you are on the land in between, and they are not on the material plane, because you're looking at the material plane
Yeah.
and it's not what they're seeing.
Can I find that wall? Is there a wall still there?
The wall meaning like the walls to the Colosseum?
No, that Malrith
Oh, so in that regard, so
Okay.
Malrith being near you,
Yeah.
especially as you start to look for it, she kind of like look over to actually recognize you, and she says, and she would almost like reach out with her claws and almost like tear. This is how she actually opens the door when she's called. She would like tear to the material plane, and you would be able to see through it of like this small little pocket that would go to the
I
material
want
plane.
to dispel magic the wall. I'll do 8th level spell slot. I probably saw the roll, but
You do
figured-
still have to roll.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh God. All right.
All the juju.
Who is messy?
So obviously the DC is 19. is if you have to roll on it.
Imagine the DC's 20 though.
Well,
You-
you can't.
You can't do that because
I'm
he is
in a
on
different
another
plane.
plane of existence right now.
And then
Can I cast guidance through Malrith?
Not across planes.
You probably can't even-
I forget what do I add to a?
It's just your intelligence.
It's your-
modifier.
Yeah.
Should-
So only at 16. I mean,
Oof.
I'm just gonna keep using them until I roll.
As long as you have the spell slots, you can.
I mean, I can
He's got
do all the way
like
down
at
to
least
2nd
10.
level. So
So how many spells do you use?
that didn't work. All right.
2 spells?
Nope.
Free
Not
spells?
Ah, same one. Dang it.
He's basically just channeling the magic.
Ah, what off?
5 spells. How many you got?
I need a 14. It's dispel magic starts at level 2.
No, I'm saying how many
Third.
spells do you
Third.
have?
Oh yeah, I have a lot. I didn't use hardly anything. Like I used 1 spell slot.
So he's
All
got
right.
about 10.
Carry
So
on.
okay, that was.
I'm mostly curious at this point how many times it's going to take you.
Dang it.
Imagine he runs out
All
though.
of them.
What? Okay, that's cocked. Yeah. Okay, I need to
So
roll
we're,
on
so we're
something
still at
flatter.
8 then.
Heck?
Now we're at 9.
What?
We're at 10.
I'm actually to look at this. Okay, there, that passes.
So it's
Alright.
11 spells.
If you
Okay.
have 11 spell slots
Yeah,
available,
good
3rd
count.
level or
Okay,
higher,
1,
you
2,
succeed.
3, 4, 5.
Zephyr just channeling this magic.
Yes, I can do it. I can do it.
So for you,
I did burn through most of my spell slots, so.
channeling magic into this, realizing again the power of this spell, and slowly, almost like slowly breaking it down, rather than having like one instance that just goes through it. It's almost like you're using the different spells to break down the magic, till eventually seemingly shattering that wall. For you, it would just like, and then almost like that tear that she had made seems to almost like repair itself.
And this
Before
this
that
took over a
happens-
minute because of how many times I had to cast it.
Yep.
Before that happens, what does Orlanda's soul and Eloin's soul look like?
Grunda?
Sorry, yes. Orlanda and Eloin's soul.
Okay, so Grunda would just have a very war veteran. You get the impression of someone that is like harsh. That'd be harsh.
But the same
But-
as it's been this whole time.
Yes, she is not. She is not.
Springified.
Yes. Eloin is actually different to you. So when you typically look at a soul, it effectively would give you an semblance or an idea of the person from looking at it. Eloin is like almost like what's the best way to put this? A realized person. A lot of souls, when it's a bad way to put it, when someone has an idea of themselves, of like, this is who I am or this is who I want to be, that's the soul that you would see. So you can kind of get an idea for this is what they are, and it's kind of like a good soul or a bad soul. For her, there is no this is what I want to be. This is a
complete soul.
a completely wholeheartedly dedicated, both good, and you would get the impression that she knows exactly what she wants effectively. This is not a lost soul at all. She knows exactly what path she's taking. Same impression that you get from Zephyr's soul, actually.
Okay, so nothing funky going on.
No, neither of them have any weird things going on. With that said, as you're doing that, and you guys are kind of all waiting for Zephyr to come back, not very long into it at all, as it would only take a minute. And you're like, what is, or we'll even say Orla does this. She's like, so where exactly did Zephyr go? And then the ground near you, that pillar that had raised, or sorry, that platform that you guys were on, seems to almost like crack. You watch the stone just.
I grab the person near me and fly up a little bit.
pause
Okay.
for a
Just
second.
reach over, grab, and fly up just a moment.
When Zephyr disappeared, been wanting to say it for a little bit. Right before this happened, I would have just asked Elwyn,
Can you leave?
Be gone, thought.
no, like, this is a genuine
I
question.
know.
It seems that I cannot.
Is this like
Can
a
you protect that artifact?
She would kind of hold it a little bit closer, and then the stone would split. And again, this time much, much louder, though. You'd hear the sound of like just a shatter, as you guys would quite literally see the sky around you seems to and break. But only for a moment, as it breaks all around you.
I'm gonna get in front of Clay.
And then you guys are in a flattened arena.
Oh, so they don't fall?
No, you do not fall. And as it breaks, it's almost like the pieces of the sky fall to the ground, leaving behind the sky looks the same. The only difference
The
is
sky is falling, guys. The sky is falling.
the stone platform, basically the arena, how it spawned, the trees, the bodies, and everything. All of those are gone.
That's why we don't need the cave.
I'll set the person back down and re-land.
Well, he's hoping Zephyr has something to say.
Oh no! The
No.
sky fell down and Zephyr's still gone.
Can you leave now?
I assume Malrith can just open it for me to come through.
Yeah. If you ask her, yes.
Yeah.
She would do it.
I'm like breathing heavy. All right, I think I got it. Oh, I took a lot. What the fuck was that? All right, can you open the door for me? That'd be great.
As you say it, you like, so like as you like almost like go to lean on her a little bit to ask her
Yeah.
if you can go, she opens the portal right next to her, so that you just and
Thank
then you
you.
guys would just watch Zephyr into the sand next to you.
Oh, it looks different.
You look like you just ran a marathon.
I think Zephyr could run a marathon.
Yeah, I just thought of that.
Gurgle, as actually, what's your perception again?
27.
So you're both at 27. So
Oh,
you guys
I'm 20. Sorry.
Oh, apologies. Okay, so it would just be you then, as this was this was a 26. Rolled one lower than he needed to. As soon as it shatters and you guys return, you start to look around. You can see up in the stands where the crowd is, near one of the doors. There's two individuals almost standing a little bit back to where it's a little dark, who, as soon as you guys seem to arrive, both that were clearly watching, leave.
Were they also shadowing Kalimdor?
No, very much so not. One appeared to be a much taller humanoid individual, and one was very short and fat.
Hold on, guys. I gotta go check something out real quick. I'll be right back. Also,
All right, I'll be right here on the ground.
I also look nonchalantly at Tiku while she like chomps on the rock candy, and I'm like,
how do you think Kalimdor feels about cannibalism? And then I read off.
Being as he's running off, I am faster than Gurgle.
What direction?
You are not.
I am.
No, you're not, because you can bonus action dash.
So can I. Maneuvers.
Not permanently.
yeah,
That's for
the
4
only-
rounds.
The only problem.
But I could get up there.
Yeah, but the only problem.
That's also a lunging dash.
You also
have
don't
to
know why
hit
he
with
said
the
that.
I
maneuver.
think
No, you don't
Gurgle's.
have to hit.
I think
It
Gurgle's
just turns it
stealthing.
into a dash.
Yeah, the only problem is,
Yeah.
I would stealth.
That's-
I go.
that
I-
is-
as soon as I hit the wall where the people are, I would stealth into the crowd.
You're
It's
also
like
you're
Assassin's
also
Creed.
not.
Yeah, I don't
like
think there's a
Assassin's
crowd.
Creed.
Yeah, but I'm
style,
saying there
you know?
is no crowd.
No,
We're in
you
an
are
open
also
area.
you are incorrect. Maneuvers are not designed. This is something that I do know. I looked into these a lot after our conversation the other day because I was frustrated against maneuvers and all that stuff. No, they are designed for combat. That does not just give you the ability to move faster, like
Yeah,
a
I
monk
thought they
or
were-
a rogue that has the ability to just move faster or can move as a bonus action. Like they're specifically built for movement.
Is what they're
That is going to beat out a maneuver. Maneuvers are specifically, the idea is you're combat trained. So when you're in a combat scenario where normal people could only move at 30, you know how to maneuver to get in very, very
Fair.
good, very straightforward moves.
So, Gurgle, how fast is your movement?
but
What's
also
your, what's your movement?
it doesn't matter. You didn't see them. He did.
Yeah, but he's going away.
So
and I
you can
get from the
try and follow
assumption.
him, is what you say.
I'm saying I have 55 feet of movement. I'm
So, but what are you
faster.
trying to do to him? What are you trying? What are you trying to do to
He
him?
can move 90 feet a turn. He's
I
fast.
can move 110.
Nate,
Even
what
so.
are you trying to do? No mechanics.
Just say, Gurgle, what's wrong?
Are you chasing someone?
As I just get prepared to sprint.
I just wanted to. I gotta check somebody out that was spying on us. I'll
Which-
be back in a bit.
Which direction?
Obviously, the direction I'm running.
As
Perception
I would
check.
just sprint towards that direction.
He doesn't find them. He just like sprints in a straight line.
You're not quiet enough, dude. Chill out.
You're so loud.
Razu is
you're
just
like an elephant
sprinting
running
as
through the room.
Gurgle's telling him not to, but Razu's sprinting. Gurgle's kind of following behind, or following behind.
I just
As you do not wait for your answer from Elwyn, as you run off, Elwyn would say, "I believe I can leave now." That was weird.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Do you know what was happening? Like, did you feel any vibes from Kellenvor or something to lock down space?
I'm gonna let him go first because he was
I
saying.
just saying, I just reached down and grabbed Zephyr by his shirt with my teeth and set him on the standing.
Oh, thanks for that.
Falls back down.
No.
To you, she would answer, "The connection does seem to be established. I can again feel his presence with us."
But you lost his presence.
Well, for a moment, yes. I didn't realize it. Somewhere after that demon was called here, things changed. I don't know how, and I didn't realize it immediately as I was focused on the spell. But interestingly, my magic seemed more powerful, so I'm not sure how that works. But with that being the case, I, at this point, will be returning to Icladon if you don't have anything else for me.
Arcana on that information. What realm would we have to be in to increase
The crystal.
magic, or potentially just Kellenvor's magic,
I
other
would
than
allow,
just being
I would allow
Kellenvor's
Arcana
realm?
or Religion.
I'll
Your
assist you
choice.
if you do, or actually I can assist you in either way.
Granda, have I offered you a rock candy?
I will say if you're rolling Arcana.
She's literally got one in her mouth that you gave to her before.
That's not Grunda. I did that.
You want me to
Oh,
do Eloise.
Grunda? Sorry.
You
Grunda
do
would
the
just
religion check, me
would
do
just
the
reach
Arcana
over
check.
and take one. No,
What's your
but I
plus
do
Arcana?
like it.
16.
You can do Arcana.
You seem like a red girl.
Gosh, I'm just not rolling great today. I'm doing pretty bad.
35.
Your best
Zephyr.
idea would be the crystal line.
Okay.
Here's some magic candy for you.
All right, and then you were doing religion.
Yeah, 15. I just did not roll today.
Your check is still a lot lower, though. The only thing you can think of outside of the crystal line, which is what he's kind of got with his Arcana, is a celestial plane of a magical god. For example, the celestial plane of Mistra, if you actually go, is again, I don't know if it's on the stream, because the celestial plane is more so individual, almost pockets, which I realize now is inspired by Jujutsu Kaisen, is what it is. The individual pockets that they have within those, whatever their ideal is amplified. So if you're in Banes, those that are dedicated to combat would find themselves even better, more fine-tuned. One
So-
might say you would attack with advantage.
So at least some, not naturally Kellenvor, I could assume, but at the same time, just someone that's probably akin to necromantic.
Effectively,
type stuff.
you're the only thing
It
you'd
could be
be.
Mestra too. Right?
It's either the only thing
Yeah.
you guys can think of is it's either the crystal eye or it's the celestial plane. What god it is, you would not
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the idea that someone is using the celestial plane, which is also why the planes didn't align, someone somehow pulled you into one of those celestial pockets.
Is it possible it was the domain of Jagal?
I will have no clue,
I
to
feel
be
like I
honest.
want to like shift the sand around to see if there's any like symbols or shit going on.
All I saw
The
was
realm got destroyed.
that wall that Malrith was talking about.
We still have our mind link going, right?
Yes.
What?
Did you study it?
No, I just tried to spelling it before something bad happened.
I just think to Zephyr. Hey, can
Took
somebody
most of my
check?
magic.
Can somebody check that chica's hands and see if she still has the skeletal hand?
She walk away.
Elowen?
Yeah, to see if they yoinked it.
Oh, she still has it.
Yeah.
She
Well-
Was it
when she
the
says she's
original,
leaving,
though, is what she's saying?
she's casting a teleportation spell. It's very obviously what she's doing. She's casting a teleportation to Icladon. She's not
Yeah.
actually walking.
I
Here,
know,
let-
I know.
Gurgle's
I was
scared
just
that
saying-
someone stole it
Here,
and replaced it with something.
Here, let me help you with that.
Confirming for you, she does still have it.
And I help her with the teleportation spell. I don't know if it actually shortens the cast, but I'm just going to do
I
it.
give Zephyr a blue rock candy.
I just put it in my mouth. Oh. Hits the spot.
Okay, so the two of you going forward. Did you actually have something before?
I think he was going after the dudes. I think that's
Okay,
what that was.
so you two are going after the dudes. Full sprint, stealth. What are we doing?
I was stealthing. That's why I told him that he sounds like a herd of elephant.
What's your stealth?
29.
Sorry, one more time.
29.
Actually, against you.
I think I used two. So this one charge left tilt on. And then at dawn it'll reset.
Okay. So the two of you, as you're running through, you have to make a perception check to see if you can even find these individuals.
Right now, you're just charging in a direction.
To the point that if you are full sprinting, I would also invoke disadvantage on this, as you are looking for targets that you did not see. Full sprinting.
I'm the juggernaut.
Yeah. So it'd be you need to make a perception check
that
with
are-
disadvantage.
Which are probably trying to hide as well. So
This is my
at this
plan.
point.
They are
Yeah.
trying to hide, and I do already have their roll. By the way, as soon as they got spotted, for what it's worth for you, they noticed that you saw them. And that's when they exited. That is to say, they technically would have re-rolled upon exiting.
I
But
am
I
not
can
even
still- I
going
can
to
make it
try
work.
to see them
You
because
can
I
make
know
an
I
active roll
can't.
against them now.
Except we're gonna roll it with disadvantage. Flip the eye up, just in case it makes a difference. Just maybe. And also
You realize your eyes still hurt, right?
it's a natural one. But this is okay because we have our second plan. This was the idea from the start. I'm going to try to do a religion check to Lathander.
6 seconds later.
6 seconds later.
Which you're good.
He runs off. Oh shit.
Which you're gonna have to. Well, you won't be able to dash. You can move technically.
It might be fairly important to mine and potentially your cause to
Well,
know who these people
Because
are.
he's
They're not chasing.
Kind of.
They're hiding.
Type thing.
I don't got that good of spotting, as it were.
You're doing a religion check? That's what you said?
Yes.
You do realize like
My brother's
religious
trying to
prayers
teach
usually
channel
take like
divinity.
10 minutes at minimum, right? To like set up and run.
Well, I am ready.
You could quick cast it.
It's,
could
it's like a
quick
quick cast. I
spell,
don't
but
know
like-
if it's like disadvantage religion or not.
Like 6 seconds is like, dear Heavenly Father, I hope you have a good day. Like,
That's what it is.
Where they at?
Here you are. It's like it's literally
More
like dear Heavenly
impactful.
Lathander. Like
More impactful to
it
you.
might be important
you don't have
to the
the
cause
relationship.
Joe,
to know
more
who these people
impactful
are.
to you. Just so you know, a God intervening for you based on a prayer is called divine intervention.
It's a cleric.
It's a
thing.
cleric thing. It's a spell. You've kind of started to try and use religion as a way to like do checks. That is not how it works, especially when you don't have an existing relationship. To the point that even Zephyr would not just be able to pray to have a check from Riveron or Talos.
I was just.
Only
I was
reason
just.
thought it might work in this campaign. It's because it's a whole god campaign, so I thought it might work.
But again, that is I'm not
Zephyr
going
could pray
to take
to
away.
Talos, but if he's praying to like a different god,
Well, if
it would be
I,
like.
when I pray to other gods, most of the time I'm not expecting them to respond.
And I'm
But
not
I
saying
did
that you need
Kellamore.
to.
I did the thing, and he's like, "What the fuck do you say?"
Sure. The point is it's an attempt. If it works, it works. If it don't work, it don't work.
The one thing I was telling you is effectively what I'm telling you is God's intervening on your behalf is an anomaly rare, and one of the only reasons that Zephyr can elicit a response from a god is because he's spent his whole life dedicated to the ideal.
And I'm a champion.
Yeah.
That is also very important. That is to say, go ahead and make your check.
There's like a total of like 20 people they listen to.
You're half out of breath via just running and trying to talk at the same time. Would not seem to have a response.
He also is like, it's also like running in the direction, and you realize it's like, I don't even know where Carl is.
20.
Continuing to run. Again, you do not seem to find them, and unfortunately, you do not seem to have any kind of a response. Were you making an active perception?
It's actually a triple thing.
Yeah, so I need to know the lay of the land a little bit, though. Like, where are they? Where did I see them? Where did they exit to? Like, is this like going through buildings? Is this like a big open space that they could have not gone a whole lot of places? Like,
The answer is the sky's the limit. The reason the sky's the limit is because you're exiting from an arena, and yes, for a little bit, you're going through like a hallway to get out to where initially it'd be like the betting area and waiting rooms. But then past that, you'd literally just be going into Zinderhold, which is a reminder for you for how Zinderhold works. It's a majority of it is open with pillars that support the next floor, with buildings periodically stationed throughout it, sometimes attached to the pillars.
Would I have had at perception before we got to a point where they could have just gone anywhere?
That is a good question.
That's why I'm asking.
So I'm going to say the initial halls, the waiting room, and then the last hall before leaving. Because as soon as if they leave without you finding them, they're gone. So I'm going to say you have 3 chances to find these guys.
And also, you have to determine this internally, but just realize I would be moving at about a 105 move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got that. But for the sake of this, you have 3 chances to find these guys.
But actually, take out one of them, so it's actually only 7 because one of the actions per turn would be to make an active perception. So moving 70, active perception, moving 70, active perception, moving 70. That being said, pretty sure I failed the first 2 because I just did my 10, which is 10 plus 12, so it's 22.
22 is not enough.
But the third roll, I got 20.
For a total of
32.
35.
Okay.
You have a plus 12.
We still have this. 8 hours.
Oh, right.
Okay. Running through, first off, within moments, or within a few seconds, I should say, is again, technically it'd be like an 18-second stretch, moving fast through these rooms.
Bless, not guidance. Only works on attack rolls and saving throws. It would be a 32.
That is true. It's all right, 32 is still enough. So, you'd quickly moving through the initial halls and then through the waiting room, you get to the point where you get to the final hall, and you think to yourself, they got away, whoever they were. And almost in like that moment of like a
Recognition defeat?
yes, there's a word for it. Realizing that you lost them. You kind of like turn back to the waiting hall and you see Razu, who has just sprinted in like a madman, looking and effectively trying to say like almost like a quieter prayer, but more so almost like just talking almost to the point of like yelling through the hall as you're in a full sprint, yelling this prayer. A lot of individuals in the room are kind of like looking over to him a little bit like,
oh my goodness, he just
what?
looks like a madman freaking preaching to his god.
Oh, very much so. There's a lot of the individuals that are collecting their winnings from the bets from the fight, as that would still be kind of wrapping up at this point. And Razu kind of calling it out, gets to the room, and he's like, hit. As he looks around and can't find him.
To beat him to the exit. If they're in the room, I'm going for the exit.
As he would kind of like look around,
Try to block
he
it
looks
off
to the
so
exit,
Virgil can search the room.
and looks to the exit, and then starts to sprint, not seeing you, stealth next to the exit, just kind of like starts to run. As soon as he breaks and runs, an individual not but 5 paces behind him seems kind of happily is inspecting his scythe, as Razu has now run away without realizing that he has just been robbed. This is the taller individual from before. Kind of takes it and puts the scythe around his back. He says, this is fun. Take it and just kind of put it on his back. He looks to the smaller, plump individual that you had seen at the door. From here, you can more accurately determine smaller individual is a gnome. And when I say smaller individual, he's like, to give you an example of how fat this man is, He's like 3 feet tall, probably weighs about 250 pounds.
He's a whale.
This is like
He's 3 feet tall and 4 feet wide.
unironically, you struggle to see his feet. And as he looks towards him, you still being stealth, and I kind of have that you're approaching them, assuming that that's what you want to do. He would, tall individual, the tall, lengthy individual also seems disproportionate. The small, fat one almost looks like a ball, like way too fat. And the tall one looks like Slender Man. Not enough meat on his bones, extremely lengthy. Also very curious how you missed him. These individuals look...
Just thinking to myself, I'm like, how did this guy move fast at all? If it's anywhere. And also, how do you do it so stealthily?
Very much so. For both of them, Gurgle would be looking and confused at them.
The fat absorbs the sound.
And then he just rolls, I guess?
The tall, lengthy individual talking to this plump gnome, human and gnome, by the way. Tall, lengthy individual, human, looks entirely too tall. Like he's about 7 feet tall, and like probably like I'd say 4 feet. 4 feet of it is his legs, and then like 8 inches of it is his neck. They look entirely disproportionate and off.
Are these freaking from Ark Survival characters? Like,
That's the homunculus that you designed in our
yeah.
Yes, that's exactly how they look. Anyhow, looking down to him, he says, "They're nothing special. He didn't even notice I took his weapon." Individual kind of like looks up at it. And says, "There is." He kind of like reaches out to it. He slaps his hand. He says, "No, not your dinner. Whatever, fine. I have a snack for you." As he would reach out, and there seems to be a vial. You would recognize this as one of Razu's vials, one of his tools of alchemy that seems to be full of a liquid.
Dude, you've been robbed like a blind man.
And the fat individual is like, and kind of reaches out. He hands it to him, and he just and drinks whatever this.
We would like to know. We
this
never
is-
rob somebody that's moving 110 feet every 6 seconds.
Actually, really easy.
Actually,
you know, you just like.
also, you gotta realize.
That doesn't
Also, you gotta
tug
realize
like they
you-
did.
Also, you gotta realize you would not have been moving 110 because again, when you're talking about an actual chase, you gotta play it as if turn economy is actually located.
You're
You were
also-
using a religion check, so you
The
wouldn't
other
have
thing to
played
keep
it.
in mind is you would also be like, "Stop
You'd have to
it! Where
use-
is everybody?"
Yeah,
you have
to use
pausing
an
moments.
action
I thought that was the
to
whole
either
point
perception
of the
or
disadvantage
religion.
because I was not.
No, that's just because you're trying to move. That's just because you're trying to do something. On
Whatever the
fly.
case is, mechanics of it we can work on later. For you, what he had just taken is some of the supplies you were using to make bombs, the fire bombs that you had given to the
That being
kobolds.
said,
But this fat individual drinks it, and you swear you see his wrists get bigger, inflate.
well, actually, that being said,
Wait.
where did we land on Mage Hand of being able to cast silently if I'm trying to cast it silently?
I said that I would allow you to make a check to do it silently, and as long as the person wasn't focused on you, then it would, like in a crowd, you could cast it silently. But if anyone ever looked at you, they'd be like, "He's casting a spell."
like
how
if you're-
busy is this? How loud is this room?
Very. Individuals are literally upset over losing their winnings. There would be yelling. There'd be people just arguing with clerks, people flaunting their winnings, like 30 feet away from you, someone getting robbed of their winnings after flaunting them too heavily.
Is that little yellow sheet that I had here one day? Yellow sheet.
Here, we'll add this in for the sake of
Nope, no
I
idea.
can have this.
there's lots of
I
yelling
have.
going on.
I also want it, but I think yours is upstairs. I think I'm gonna do that.
Oh no, that's not what I mean. I had some poisons written on there. I can't
Oh, I
remember,
think
but
it's upstairs.
I think I have I think I had a paralytic poison. So I want to attempt to cast Mage Hand. Do you want me to re-stealth after this, or do you just want to?
Yes, it does break your stealth.
If I pass it, do you want me to? If I pass it, do you want me to just stealth it?
You would have to do a new stealth check after casting your spell.
It'd be like action cast, re-stealth bonus action, and then command it to do whatever.
Effectively, yes.
All right, and they're both like just stealth checks. Let me write 2 stealth checks.
So
first
first
stealth
one's
check
sleight
to
of
cast
hand.
it,
First one's
sad.
sleight of hand.
Well, so there's a verbal component to mage hand as well.
I would. I'm so again be due
He's
to the
combining
yeah,
it with sleight of hand.
yeah. The answer is from what I had decided before. It's sleight of hand. The stealthily casting spell sleight of hand, and the second is going to be
Okay.
stealth.
36 on the sleight of hand, and 33 on the stealth.
Okay, what is?
Also-
Literally have a plus 20 to stealth. How are you rolling a 33?
I have a plus 15 to stealth. I have a plus 12 to persuasion. Ask your question again. How is this structured?
Well, what are you having the mage hand do?
I want to swap his potion out so that I was gonna try and swap his potion out when he's like, I got something for you while they were going for the exchange. I want to try and swap his potion out for my paralytic potion that you gave me forever ago. my paralytic poison. Because I'm pretty sure I got it, and me and Roger were using the same vial, so I assume they would both be in the same type of vial.
I would agree. Yeah. So as he's like going to swap, you notice he's going for a vial, and in fast thinking, just kind of using the mage hand, the invisible one, he would take it up and go to, gives it over to him. The individual still same thing, just
The paralytic poison, by the way, has I think a DC 10, but if they fail, or I don't remember what you picked DC at. That's what I'm trying to
DC
find out.
13.
But if they fail to paralyze, they are paralyzed for a day.
I know. As he takes it, he drinks it. Still same thing.
You might
The wrists seem to inflate. Is the individual like? He looks to this taller, lengthy man. He says, and he like tenses up for a moment before he. Never mind. That's the Christ. And he would start to walk over to almost like mingle with the crowd, as the individual, the taller, lengthy man. He took the vial back after he drank it. Looking at the vial, he starts to look around the room. Not that useless as I thought. He would take the scythe and just slams it to where the hilt stabs into the floor. No hard feelings. And he would seem to flatten out of you.
What?
They're freaking dimensional beings.
He said, no hard feelings.
What the freak is this thing?
And then at this point, Raju's out in the city looking around, and I use the mind link. I'm like, you really got to try to track
Turn sideways, go invisible.
As soon as he says it, you would like just now the focus. You would immediately notice your scythe is gone. He only stole a single vial. He stole a single vial of your materials to make bombs, which he has actually. So you don't even have to worry about it. He got it back.
If
free.
he gives it back.
True, if he gives it back. But as soon as he would point that out, you kind of like turn around. You'd immediately see your scythe just
and
pistoned
the fat
into
thing,
the floor.
Did the fat thing also flatten, or?
No. So he walked into a crowd, and I apologize if I didn't finish this point. As soon as he did, he seemed to walk into the crowd, and much like you would do a stealth, your vision gets broken by like an individual, but it is like he disappears.
But
on
he's
the
the
other side.
width of like 3 people.
It would look very odd, similar to a person flattening out of sight.
He fades into the background because he becomes the background.
Turned into a puddle.
He literally ate Gurgle's perception of it.
But with that, it would not take you long, as you are fast to get back into the room. As you come up to your scythe, there's an individual who's like walking over, like, lovely is here. He'd like reach out to grab it before you would get there. What do to take your scythe back?
Growl.
How far did he peg it into the ground?
Solid 2 inches.
That guy wasn't the one.
I'll
that
stop for
took it.
just a moment to give him like one action to see if he can even pull it out of the ground.
The
That's what's 20. You need. Nice.
individual reaches out and
Mine.
it's like, this is very interesting. And he goes to grab it to, like, you know when you pull out a sword by the hilt?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even think
Cuts
about
himself?
it. With a natural 1, he puts his hand under the scythe and just right into his hand. Immediately reels back, blood kind of, and it spills out on the floor. But as it does, due to your scythe, it almost like back up into the scythe, and the guy just, what is it's cursed, and just runs. A few individuals look over and just start laughing at it. One individual is like, he should know better than to take a seat's weapon, and then just turns away. While it is an oddity, in this room, the weapon is recognized, and the majority of people are unwilling to touch it.
I was like, they should know what the weapon looks like. They just watched us fight.
Now I just spend the next like 5 minutes.
You
trying
pick
to,
it up.
The guy's
and I'm
like,
just gonna,
"This is a replica."
hold it in my hand.
trying to like recall details about these guys and try to place anything that they were wearing or anything that they had in their hands to anything that I potentially know.
One was wearing a. I suddenly don't remember that. So the tall
items.
individual was wearing a suit with like the penguin thing. I don't know what those are called, but tailcoat. He was wearing a tailcoat, and he had a hat that he kept under his arm. I apologize. We should have explained what they looked like before. The fat individual is also wearing a suit, but the suit is, you know when something is so tight, like the buttons are like barely holding together, and you can see his flesh, like his stomach in between the bits with the buttons. They're both wearing tailcoats. Dark navy blue on the outside, white inner coat. Not like a gray inner coat.
Snake-like, reptile-like,
Nope.
normal human-like.
They both seemed entirely normal, other than their absurd proportions. With that, you spend the next few minutes looking around. What are you doing?
Just pick up my scythe and have it in my hands.
His Razu, weapon drawn, people giving him an even greater berth than they
It's
usually
not
do.
like drawn. It's like hilted behind me, but like in the hand.
It would still be more intimidating to people around you.
And I feel like you're glaring, looking around, like
Who the F took my weapon?
you still don't see Gurgle.
With that, unable to find anything else other than remembering these tailcoat weirdos that you just seen. You return to the party. Yeah. Okay. Returning to the party as you both make your way back to meet up with your group. As soon as you would leave that meeting hall, or the betting hall would be more accurate. As soon as you would leave that betting hall back to the initial hallway, Gurgle, you would hear in your head telepathically, "Don't worry, we'll see each other again soon."
I just want you to know I found you and you didn't find me, so record 1 for me.
As you say that, you hear, "You're not wrong," and you feel the sensation of something running across the back of your neck, ever so lightly.
Am I insane, or am I getting deja vu from Dragon Wars? Didn't someone have the Gurgle back then too?
Same feeling of that sensation across the back of the neck. Yes, never saw what it was. Okay. With that,
I also unstealth as I walk by Razor, and I'm like, I told you to stay behind. You just made this whole thing harder.
I feel like I need you. I had like a full 3-step plan.
Brother, I
Firstly-
had to. I pull out the vial. I was like, I had to get him to drop your weapon and give you your shit back, and then I give it to you.
Yeah, it's not like bomb materials is that expensive. But scythe. The city might go to waste.
okay, grouping back up with everyone here. Grunda at this point would be looking to make her exit, and she'd say, "Unfortunately, I cannot attend your dinner as of yet, but don't worry, only a few more seats. In fact, you're in prime challenging position as of now. I might want a couple friends, though."
I show my little mini muscle. Don't test me.
I look at your magical belt that's like inflating your muscles or something.
No, it's not inflating. The muscle looks normal.
He's just magically strong for some
I'm
reason.
just magically stronger.
Razu knowing
Her
and
hand on
seeing
the-
you attuned to the belt, looking at the muscle mass improve from before the belt and after.
Is it like additively? You know?
Grunda with her hand on the hilt of the sword, still stabbed in her side as her sheath. Says, when the day comes, I look forward to testing those muscles, I guess. 'Cause at this point, Grunda would leave as well, leaving you guys to your devices.
I finish casting the teleportation spell. I assume.
Mm-hmm.
As we're casting it, I'm talking. What do we ever get the girl's name?
Eluin. Eluin.
Eluin.
Eluin. Essentially.
Eluin. Okay. Eluin. This as we're casting the spell, as this book I have, if something weird happens and my group needs to remove it from me, could you assist them as a favor for the assistance we gave you here?
Absolutely. She would reach. Excuse me. Sorry. She would reach to her side, you kind of facilitating her breaking the spell as you start to fill in some of the runes that she was working on, and she would pull out a small golden scale, slightly off-kiltered to one side, and she would just hand it over to you. This is I'm not sure if you're familiar with some of the artifacts. There's like a rook that can summon a tower. This will summon an envoy of Kalimvor. If a only warning is if an individual, if no one alive is available, an envoy of death would appear. But in either scenario, that is something they would be glad to help you deal away with.
I'll
If we are available, then I would be more than happy to help. Think of it almost like a call system, whoever's on call.
I'll give it to someone I trust. Because even though I don't think it's smart to keep this book around, I feel it's necessary for the moment.
I hope it doesn't come to it. I hope you know what you're doing, as Tiku does, whatever it is she's interacting with.
Yeah, we just trust her. She's good people.
Do you have any spare angels of death laying around?
She
No.
wants to harvest them for food.
Definitely no. Also, angels of death are different than the envoys. Just so you know.
Either would work.
The death angels, or angels of death, those are not exactly affiliated in the same way with Kalimvor. You could think of them more of a natural force, and the envoys more so servants.
Are they a natural force? The only time I saw them, they were traveling with a lich. I
Zephyr,
thought
can
liches
you,
were like anti-Kalimvor.
can you
Again.
summon death angels?
Death angels are not to be confused with the envoys of death.
No. I'm saying like, are they like the way that you versed it? It didn't make sense because I thought like they were. You said they're a natural force, but natural is a lich natural? Liches aren't natural, right? Like that's like anti-Kalimvor.
Correct.
Then why were they hanging out with liches?
Liches can command natural forces. It's just like any other magic. You can command fire even if you're not a...
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Just saying.
I just don't,
Okay,
Oh,
apparently I don't understand it.
Who's got the highest perception, by the way? Like passive.
By God.
All right, Gurgle. I think we're going to hold this.
handing you a small golden scale. I assume that's what that was.
Yeah.
When it says
It tells
scale,
you
does
what it
not mean
does?
Dragon
Yeah,
scale.
yeah. It's like
Balance scale.
If you need someone from Kellenvor to assist if this book does anything fishy and I can't control it,
Or if your brain does anything fishy.
it's a favor to turn in.
I've tuned into that radio. There's something going on in there.
All right,
Oh, I want to
all right, Eluin.
talk to you about that at some point. But
Have a good one. Tell Collider I say hi.
I apologize. I was supposed to pass his greetings to you myself as well. I will return the wishes. Best of luck and
Don't
be
come
careful, Tiku.
What?
What you deal with is dangerous.
don't go making any more deals with demons. That's dangerous too.
I didn't make the deal.
Yeah, that was Gerbu.
Tiku thinks she's a
How
little
the
over
heck
her
is
head.
Gerber betting her soul? How does that make sense?
What? Not her soul.
My soul was not at wager.
It was the kobolds.
The kobold souls were at wager, and then an envoy of Kellenvor was a price, or one piece of Kellenvor. Whatever.
So he just wanted you because he's a dick, is what you're
No,
saying.
Kellenvor
No, as she
made
would
a
hold up
deal.
she would hold up the artifact. Someone made use of Kellenvor's power for that pact.
Well, one fun
Well-
thing before you
The
go.
power is terrible.
If you get in touch with Kellenvor or the champion, higher up really, ask them to, if they can answer a question for us. Who is the devil in the story?
What story do you refer to?
I would flash the back of a card.
I'm not sure what that means, but I can pass along your message.
Just remember roughly what this card looks like and ask who the devil of the story is. That's the Kellenvor. See if he's willing to tell us.
She would not. I'll pass
Fucking
along your
tiny, like,
message.
she's not gonna ever get to talk to
asked if any higher up, if we could pass the knowledge up to it to see if we can get
She,
an answer.
she leaves. I'm like, Razu, that was very cryptic.
At this point, the teleportation would be done. Gurnda had already left at this point, so you guys would truly be left to your own devices.
I
So,
find
we're
yeah.
taking a nap and we're going to your rock to say hi.
Did
we're
you-
actually going to a dinner
you
that
wait.
you
Wait.
promised to dance for?
She's had this up for a while.
Sorry.
Kane, can you come burn the body? It's not fit for consumption. And he lost his way. But burned by dragonfire is next best thing.
I'll pad over to where Gerbu is.
No longer cobalt, but once was cobalt.
Well,
Wasn't supposed to switch yet.
then to honor his service to one of my kind. Yes, Tiku, I will grant your wish.
And I will breathe out fire and consume the corpse.
Okay. Gurbu's corpse being burned away. Given a more respectful passing than perhaps he deserved. With that intent, take rest. Do you wish to go to the dinner? You are not required, you were invited.
I assume we at least want to take an hour to chill.
Well, again, that would be in the night. This was,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
you guys had this
Right.
for at like 10 a.m. You guys
Yeah,
aren't even
that's
to
right.
noon yet.
Yeah.
Are we planning on going to this dinner?
Short rest. I need to go stop by a store real quick, too.
I plan on
I
it.
gotta keep up appearances, you know. This elephant expects me everywhere, I feel like now.
I desire to know who the fourth team is.
Also feel like the head of the Linderhold group should probably be there. You might have to like tell me things, new
Do we even know who the
responsibilities or
third team
something.
is?
Yes, we do not know the fourth.
You know what?
Kugal,
I'm actually
Alec.
suspicious that the other seats are probably going to be at the dinner.
Unless all are Clyde to us.
He did say it was like the top 5 seats.
Because if they're not there, because obviously they have to communicate with each other, or there would be disarray with their armies. Do we get like a percentage of them? Can we make them fight? I gotta stop by a store real quick, actually.
Is this a war meeting?
Before you go,
Tico needs
can
a
I
bath.
get your assistance with something?
Does it require spells?
No.
Okay.
Tico needs a bath.
Well,
Do you take baths?
until the dinner,
That was stressful.
dragon blood donations.
Tico definitely needs a bath.
I already regret saying yes.
Guys, so first off, you were asking for help with something?
Yep.
Yeah.
You wait until you get back to the inn?
Yes.
Okay, so at this
I'm
point, you guys are going to leave the arena and return to the Bloody Chalice.
I would transform back into human.
Great job, everybody.
As soon as you get
Good job,
back,
Tico.
Cram would also just, congratulations. Is there any kind of a snack or perhaps any kind of meal you'd like to prepare for lunch? More than happy to help as well.
The kobolds can make their lunch. They did well today.
They are actually. She would gesture to one of the tables, and the kobolds, little battered and bruised, are already eating. And as soon as she would kind of point it out, they'd turn and go, "Digger!" Holding like drinks. One of them, instead of like cheersing you with a drink, instead just has a large piece of meat impaled on a knife that he's holding up to cheers to you.
I feel as if they're very visceral when they eat too.
Very much so. It is
bestial.
very.
Jiku's
The
gonna
table
go.
is a mess.
Be sure to get your items back.
Jiku's gonna go.
Cheers, Dubby.
Items back. What?
Your potions.
He is the one
Oh,
with the food.
yeah. Oh yeah, we get back our items.
I will
There-
be-
Yeah.
all of your guys' equipment actually would have been set on a table off to the side.
I'll give them the potions and stuff that we were supposed to get.
I will be requiring those gauntlets back.
You give them to the kobolds. Mm-hmm. You, as soon as you get there, it's like, this one prevents death, and you like set it down, and immediately one of them just, and he's just like for an hour, and he just and sets it down, trying to be stealthy, but failing. As that one gets drank immediately.
And this one causes fire for a long time.
Don't
They
drink it.
go to take it, and then it sucks. Soaks.
Soaks.
Soaks, yes. Soaks. They, like you said on the table, one of them, so Dobby drinks it. You say that, and like you go to set it down, and Sooks takes it from your hand as he can just.
Only used to
That-
protect tribe.
That was
Or
the
you.
proper.
Very carefully sets it down,
Do not shatter
kind of
or
like
cause
looks
fire.
around, finds a spare coat that he has, and like wraps it around it. And
That is the proper response for fire.
I
For
will
a
be
long time.
requiring my gauntlets back, Dubby. Job well done. Glad you made
just
it.
gestures to the table over where they had placed all of your guys' equipment that you lent to them.
Yes.
Tico is gonna go to a room for a little while. You guys enjoy.
And Jiku's gonna pat each of them on their heads and then go upstairs.
Graham.
Pat each of them on their heads.
Yeah. Well, little, big, little.
That was the point. Okay. Now back at the inn, you guys can do your thing first.
All right. I would just have you follow me, and then we would go to where Clay is, and I would sit down next to him.
So, how's the memories?
Coming in, kind of like recalling a dream, but unlike a dream where it's unattainable, they kind of linger and just allow me to relive the moment.
Are you glad you made your decision?
Yeah. I'm glad you pushed me towards it. I was, I mean, honestly, my fears were realized, but they weren't bad as I thought they were.
I'll admit, the imagination is usually your worst enemy. I thought much worse, similar to you.
Mm.
My thought process was that you were... don't know the exact word for it, but taken advantage of from the beginning. That none of your accomplishments were truly yours. I'm glad to know that was inaccurate. As you are quite business savvy from what I can understand, and I would love to introduce to you my brother, as he is similar to you.
Do you have a brother?
This is the 4th time you have been confused of my family status.
I'm
Well,
so
your family
confused.
is kind of confusing.
He just wants to die.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to see him soon. Don't know if he'll be in Claude Peak when we arrive, but if he is, I'll introduce you.
Is he as draconic as you?
Yes. Me and my siblings have a unique taste for draconic magic, you could say.
He'd be more.
He won't admit that.
Fair.
However, he's the leader of the Golden Scales, your opposition, you could say.
Oh, right now, I'm thinking possibly merger.
You're planning on murdering my brother.
Merger.
Merger.
That's a better word.
Is that a word? I think you made that up.
I was like, wait,
That was
I just made a.
Bold acquisition.
It's like we just made a deal, guys. What happened during those talks, Clay?
He was
I'm glad to know
very
you're doing
perturbed.
better. Your mental state has not been the highest as of late.
No. Have to agree on that. I don't know if you've, but I'm gonna stay in this badger form for a while. I don't want to give Dudre any ammunition, any idea that I have unlocked my past.
If one thing maybe to be careful about,
Don't
since
turn into dragon people. It just doesn't work.
no, I know I'm saying if you stay in that form too long, you may lose yourself, like you lost yourself as the human form.
You're right. I should spend time in other forms. I turn into Zephyr.
That's fine.
He's like, I feel confident.
It's like I'm like,
Oh my god!
Wait, he doesn't have a robot.
He has a flesh version. He can have a flesh version.
You would have his old human arm.
Are you jealous, Zephyr?
no, I'm kind of over the whole mortal form thing.
There we go.
Wait,
That's good.
do you think we confuse Talos?
No, you would figure out to get Gold Roach out of my head first.
Well, if you wanted.
Oh man, I could really confuse people. Turn into Herb.
I don't think you ever met Herb.
Yeah.
He watched him
You
die.
watched him die?
That's fair.
I feel like that might be disrespectful.
Oh,
And when
you're
has
sensitive.
any of us
Herb
cared about this?
helped us.
But
Turn into. Who else has he seen?
to answer your unspoken question.
Well, you're
Oh, he turns into that Haragon that went before him in the interviews.
Oh,
Ted Bunny.
I immediately regret telling him to do this.
I surprised you thought differently would happen. Out of curiosity, your thought process on sprigs, or at least the process, would you consider something like that
You mean?
for your passengers?
Oh, I mean, if they go too crazy, it seems like the only choice.
The only reason I ask this is because, according to Razu, Squawk banished or gated the knowledge from Razu, as Squawk believed this too dangerous to exist.
I kind of think what he's experiencing is a little different.
It would be the same process, though.
Probably a different process.
It splinters the soul. Would stand to reason that you could pull out individuals. Each one of them would have my form, but be themselves. Granted, you would be releasing probably a powerful lich and a champion.
But Golroge being in your head, that just happened after we killed him, right? And everybody forgot he existed.
Talos most likely had something to do there.
How does Zephyr's soul look right now? Like,
No
since
one
everything.
forgot Squawk existed. Would have been quite convenient for him. So,
What? No, Golroge is still within Zephyr.
I know. But everyone forgot Golroge.
That's just
Not everyone.
Well, most people.
that's effectively one of the processes for the Wars of Ascension.
Transition of championship.
Wait a minute. Maybe Talos does know how to do it. It's concerning.
Possible.
But yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying that this process is dangerous, almost guaranteed. And if you desire Razu and I to look into it, we can. But well, it's not like it's the most dangerous thing we've done, but just know it is up there.
I just feel like if it comes to it, it's an option, and if I'm that far gone when you need to, like, I definitely accept the risk.
Unless,
Another thing is, well,
And if anything, at least I'd be a good research subject for
you're
Tiamat.
not- No. I would never use you for that.
I had a thought.
I mean, I'm down.
Right.
In your head.
Shush.
Because we have the mental link.
Yeah.
We all hear it.
I had a thought. God separating weapons, Dragonstone. Tiku might be able to use that to,
Scalpel.
yeah, one could say you could carve it out.
The more I talk to you, the more upset my stomach becomes.
Hey, if I had to guess how Squawk did it, I would say I win that bet 11 out of 10 times.
Let's discuss this more in the future.
Runes, too. He probably definitely
But-
used runes.
By the way, the less you let me know about this stuff, the better, because
So you can't use this against us.
correct. And I can't come up with countermeasures.
I think to you in his mind link to you. But I can single you out.
Squawk used runes. I know that.
Makes sense.
So, if we were to try it, I would not only want your help, but I would require it.
Understandable. And Zephyr, it's still strange not being able to trust you, but have to trust you.
It's similar to what's going on in my head.
Perhaps we should do this sooner than later.
What are you talking about? I'm entirely trustworthy.
I think I need these two. For the time being, at least.
True.
Well, Then we'll come up with countermeasures and have them ready to go at a moment's notice.
Sounds like a plan. I appreciate it.
Weird thing for me to say, but a lich? Probably not the best place.
It can always be a splice of permanence.
Something like that.
So that's the end of that, I assume?
Mhm.
Okay. What are we doing? Do you guys want to now just short rest and you guys plan to go to the dinner?
I gotta,
Ask Cram a quick question.
I gotta purchase something for a spell.
I just
Okay, so you're going to go shopping real quick?
Yeah.
What do you go?
I just need to purchase a small door worth 15 gold or more.
Very easy to do.
Just a magical item. It's a small door. It can be like this, just for casting a
You
spell.
find a trinket door that you're able to purchase.
And then I go to each person and figure out if they had a custom room, what they would want.
Each person is you guys, by the way.
Yeah. So you guys get to all think of your room.
It's fucking dope.
So Cram,
Yes.
have you thought, having the bloody chalice on the... is it ascending up or down? Like, is it 1 at the top or is 50 at the top?
50 is the
50
top.
is the top.
How would you like to have your own bloody chalice on floor 45? Comes with benefits.
Isn't that a lock's full? A quick reminder for you, Kogal owns
the
floors
top
1 through 5.
Yeah.
It is not
He owns
each
46
floor.
6 through 50.
What floor does C5
The top 5 seats all have 5 floors. So the top 25 floors are dedicated to the top 5 people. Then after that, the numbers go down substantially to the point that 15 only has a single floor.
Yeah, we'd be 26 through 30, I believe.
Yeah.
No, that'd be 21 through 25.
No, he's right. 21 through 25.
Yeah.
How would you like to move the bloody chalice to floor 21?
Definitely would be safer. I don't even know how we would do that, though. It is made of stone, not exactly mobile.
Magic.
We can also just get in your building and move the people.
There's actually probably a building already there. But the point is, I'm inviting you, if you want, to move up there with Till. Yes. Anyone else you want, you can also live there. But I thought it might be safer for you, so that scandal that happened before doesn't happen again, yes?
I mean, I would be open to it, but as of right now, I believe I'm assigned to this. I believe the rules wouldn't exactly allow for that kind of change.
But we're in the top 5 floors. But also, because this floor is vacant, because we are now the 5th seat, I'm pretty sure since we own both seats, can't we, transfer a contract or something? I need my lawyer.
If you can find a way to make it work, I would be more than happy to move with you. I have much enjoyed working with you.
Call the guy.
You're correct, by the way.
Make arrangements. Talk to him about the details. Yeah.
Sarazu's going to try and implement the removal of the bloody chalice, or the moval of the bloody chalice.
Or more importantly, the removal of Cram and
Really, it's Till and Cram that you're trying to get. You're not trying to get the building, you're trying to get Till and Cram to go with you. That said, they are technically assigned to it. Good news, kind of out of game. Top 5 make the rules. If someone
that's
above
what I was
you,
saying. Top 5 floors. I'm like,
Top 5. Can't we just
if as long as one of the 4 seats above you do not object to your decision, you now have decision-making authority to the point that you can make a decision as long as it doesn't directly go against an order from one of the top 4. You guys can actually now command Zinderholt. The only caveat is, again, is if one of the top 4, you cannot directly go against them, and they can overcall you, so they can go directly against you.
Unless it's in a battle.
True. Okay, so with that, Nate is going to work towards having the rules adjusted so that Cram and Till can come with you guys to your floor, which, just for the sake of brevity in that regard, yes, that's going to work. They're not going to object to you. The students higher than you are going to be completely fine with that. From there, I actually still don't have a consensus on if you guys are going to the party or not.
I want to go.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to the
Or
party.
sorry, the dinner.
Yeah.
It is a party.
Going to the dinner.
Okay.
Short rest into
That's
dinner.
so-
Have you just left that on forever?
Nope.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't notice it turn off and turn back on, so I didn't know if it was something new.
Tiku is going to wait for Kane to come at some point.
Okay, well, at this point, this would be like them finishing the conversation. You guys are going into a short rest.
I'd help out with his bloodletting as well.
Yeah.
You find
It would be more towards the-
Kane
she
at a
wouldn't-
table being
IV
siphoned.
dripped.
He's alone in the corner and just like, I regret this decision. Being IG dripped.
Tiku, have you come to join?
Hey, Radu. No.
Have you never wanted to try your own blood? Be some interesting cuisine there.
I have done that once or twice before.
Every time she gets a bloody nose.
It
Wait,
just
you
drips
just-
into the pot.
Well, it's like, if you've ever gotten a bloody nose, you can taste the blood.
Oh. I guess that's fair.
I would think
like my-
Tiku would like slurp it like a straw.
Yikes.
Just, I don't like the taste of blood. Like, why are you
Are you
guys think
specifically wanting Kane alone? Do you want Razu to leave?
No, it's fine.
Okay, so you find, unless you're opposed to it, you find Kane bloodletting.
What can we assist you with, Tiku?
It's gonna be like hours after the fight. So
Then it
probably late afternoon.
wouldn't be.
Yeah, at that point, he probably wouldn't be. You find him just at a table, looking at his arm from being bloodletted.
Casting healing magic.
Roger just puts a band-aid. It's got a little heart
No,
on
he
it.
doesn't put a band-aid on it. He just cauterizes it.
In a little heart shape.
All better. Mother taught me that one. It's like shit though, doesn't it?
It's actually not that painful.
That makes it worse.
What makes it worse?
I cauterized it in a heart shape and said,
My mom taught me that one. It's like shit though. Her heart makes it worse.
Okay, so she's gonna come up. She's gonna have a concentration face, or kind of a disturbed face on. A sad face.
I would immediately sit up.
Is something wrong?
Tiku doesn't like being in charge of friends. And there's a bad people out there making souls bad.
Yes. I saw what you did today, and according to the envoy, it was quite proficient work. You're coming quite adept at that.
But kobolds need Tiku at tribe. Keep safe. If Tiku lead tribe, Tiku doesn't want to be in charge. It was so stressful.
You're saying from the fight?
Dude, the dragon came in. I told him to stay still, and then the other guy just went out there. He almost died, and I had to save him with my breath. And now they almost died when they're flying in the air because the dark demon. It's just too much stress. Zenu and Hokri and Davi, they be in trouble, and then I can't save them because there is only one Tiku.
So what you're trying to say is...
Do you want dragon powers?
Dial-up sounds.
Tiku doesn't know why Dragon King gave it to Tiku, but Tiku doesn't think this power is for Tiku. maybe you said you're a dragon guy? What was his name?
Olivale.
Oliver. Maybe if I meet him,
But
maybe he's
Kiku-
okay.
Then you can't own the flying mansion.
I know.
Just making sure
But
you
it's
understand
too
the full.
stressful.
Just making sure you understand the full contract of the deal.
But whoever has flying mansion, that is very sad. But that is not what Tiku needs to protect tribe. And she also needs to help party, help friends, and find bad soul guy. And Tiku can't do all of those things.
So you are wanting to give up the power of the Dragon King.
Oh yes, it's bad power for Tiku. It's too stressful. I can't keep up with people killed. I almost got multiple kobolds killed. And also I can't be at Kobold Tribe all the time. I can't protect them all the time if I'm always there. They need new protector. Tiku has to go out and do the things to make tribe safe, but as soldier.
And you are certain on this decision. As
Oh,
in
yes.
This is not a rash decision that you made just barely. You've been thinking about it.
Totally thought through all the way.
Can I insight?
You don't have to. Your passive's high enough.
In Tiku fingers. How many fingers is that?
All of the fingers. Well, minus one finger. So this many fingers.
And you will not change your mind later.
No, Tiku thinks that she needs to work on souls and tracking down the soul guy and helping new tribe. Someone else needs to be protector of tribe. That stays with tribe. Someone else needs to be haven.
So you're wanting to stay with the kobolds? Or Draken now is the name you've come up with?
Dragon, yes. But no. Tiku thinks she has to travel around a bit. Go find the evil soul guy. That's why Tiku doesn't want power. She's not leader. She's warrior.
Why?
Soul guy.
Why
You know
do
the guy that's making all the demon guys.
Why do you speak as if we will not be there?
What do you mean? I don't know what you're saying. Tiku needs to be able to go find guys and help tribe.
But you've been with us. Are you?
Oh, no, I had to help Dragon out for a while, so Tiku needs to stay at Lone Peak for a little while, yes.
But you're planning on not staying by our side for much longer.
You guys want to go visit Bakuval Dragon Guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Tiku thinks that she could stay and help make more Draken for a while. She's been working with Razu and the people in what's the Dwarven city's name again?
Zablakar.
No, that's where we are in. Oh wait, that's the right name. That is the right name. Yes.
That was the wrong name. That was where I wanted.
She didn't take geography class. Sorry, guys.
Love the help and
Need to make more
enthusiasm.
Draken and need Tiku's blood, so Tiku needs to stay in tribe for a while.
I like the enthusiasm, but
Need to strengthen tribe.
I'm not sure you should do that procedure yourself.
I'm not. I told you we got the whole lab from the dwarf place to help.
That's more acceptable, I guess.
You
Tiku
remember
wanted originally to get that rune so we could see which kobolds were going to be good at evolving and which ones not, but that didn't work.
Well, just to let you know,
So now we just ask which kobolds want to do it.
for your information, I'm pretty sure the chance of survival
I
is
know it's,
increased when a master does it. Or an adept. I feel like the masters are dead.
you remember how I stayed in your lab for like the last month? We were training you guys.
Yes.
Remember Bob and Jerry?
Their names are not actually Bob and Jerry,
Couldn't
but she can't remember
couldn't
them.
even be good.
Bob and Jerry.
It's not. It's not. Two
Remember
people, it's one
Pokey?
person, His name is Bob and Jerry.
And Pokey, and the one that likes blood, and the purple one.
Barbara and Jeremiah?
I don't think that was their names.
The canonical thing here is that neither of you remember their names. That's the canonical thing here.
You know, the guy that's good with the stabbies. You commented on how good he was on the cadaver.
Yeah. It could be doable. Just to make sure you tell them everything. I definitely am not gonna lose sleep over that. Good luck. I like the enthusiasm.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
will be.
think about this.
I will be wedded. I will have to decide if they want to, and ultimately, new tribe leader will decide.
Give me a pepper bird. That's what I need.
Whoever is
That'll
new
work.
tribe leader will make sure it's okay.
Do you have an idea of who the new tribe leader should
No idea who is best.
be? Well, I would recommend Ordervale. As I said months ago, your tribe would have a place. On
You are right. You did mention him. Tiku needs to meet him again. Did not have best impression first time, but we'll try again. Maybe he's gotten better.
He was much younger then. May I ask something selfish?
Yep.
I would like a test run of this power. Can you give it to me?
Sure, here you go. Tiku trust Kate, it's fine.
I mean, she
Calls
thought I
it bottled
don't trust
courage.
Kate.
Survival check.
Tiku
I
is
will take her hand because I have no idea how it transfers.
Is
I'm
it
actually also
just
going to say
a
Arcana from you. This is the
Tiku trust
dragon
Kane.
consumption.
Kane is good man.
I would try to recall how
Kane is
Squawk
best friend.
was intending to remove it when he found it.
Oh no, that's very low.
Kane, best friend.
That might become applicable very
25.
soon.
25.
As you're kind of like skeptically, like you can hand it out like this easy, and you take her hand. You focused on it, the essence of Dragon Command, and trying to give it to him. Do bring it to the forefront, saying, "Go." For you, kind of taking her
Don't you,
hand,
Kane?
you would immediately be cast back almost in your head mentally of being in Orlavel's presence for the first time, being unable to move. That same fear, that same dragon fear. You need to make a charisma saving throw.
That's not good.
DC 23.
That's even worse.
Can I do that history check? See how Squawk was planning on removing this?
Hold
Oh,
that thought.
you Kane.
Oh shit.
Kane is best
You
friend.
would succeed that.
21. That's so sad.
Visually in your head, what does it look like? You find yourself atop Lone Peak, Claude Peak, and you would see an image of the Dragon King, just you and him on Lone Peak. But this isn't the old and feeble Dragon King that you had met. This was him in all his splendor, all his glory. What looks to be an ancient great worm, legs fully intact, towering and looking all too intimidating. This is the kind of dragon that, from your experience around Orlavel and the dragons that would be in relation to Orlavel, this is the kind of dragon that would make other dragons cower. From the sheer essence of how large he is. Dragons typically, the older they get, the larger they get. They never stop growing. But in addition to that,
Has Tiku been growing?
the clear essence, so that dragon fear almost being an indication of the power that this dragon had at one point, you would shy away from the power. It doesn't freeze you up, but unintentionally, you're unwilling to use the dragon consumption to take this, as you almost feel like you're being judged by this dragon. And you yourself almost find yourself unworthy, like you can't stand this presence.
As I basically grab Tiku's hand, you would see Kane, the scales actually become a lot more of a golden sheen, covering a lot more of his visage as almost unintentionally he half transforms, taking on a much more draconic form, and he would actually kneel in front of you, and the power would almost be not necessarily rebuffed, but basically denied. as Kane would literally kneel in front of you until you took your hand away.
That didn't. Did you get it?
He appears to not be able to respond until you remove your hand.
Kane.
As soon as she takes her hand, even though she's on the shoulders, that feeling seems to go away. The realization that you would have in this moment as well, whatever Tiku did while interacting with the Dragon King, to the Dragon King made her worthy of this power. And unless someone does that, then, unless someone is to be found worthy of the power, that is to say, taking it by force would be very difficult.
So just to make sure I understand, she failed her survival check, and I did
She
not.
failed the forceful giving you of the power, and then you failed the ability to take it from her.
Okay.
So you guys had two chances, and both
Okay.
of them didn't make it. That said, my only caveat to this is due to the way that would have felt to Kane, this would not be something that you'd want to try again. This would be like that's not something that we can do. There's a step to this,
That
or
I need
there's
to
a
take
there's a
first.
sequence to this, and I have not reached that goal.
I would slowly stand up, brushing invisible dust off myself.
Are you okay? Did I hurt you?
See. No. I am not fine. You did not hurt me. But... it appears I am not worthy.
Is that because you're not a dragon?
Zephyr comes in.
As much as it stings, there would be a great deal of truth to that.
Yes. At least that's my best bet.
Tiku wasn't a dragon when she got it.
Salt on the wound. What'd you get on your history check?
Tiku,
Dirty 20.
Tiku, I'm pretty sure you've been part dragon your entire life.
But I was not like
It was dormant in your blood, but I'm sure you were.
It's a bloodline thing.
Tiku was a dragon this whole time.
This was something that was at the
What a
forefront.
dragon had sex with a kobold.
This is something that is at the forefront of Squawk's mind. Very simple in how he was going to do it. You and him. You were in control despite the fact that Squawk was in your mind. His idea was to take a dragon's soul that had dragon's command and implant it in you, giving you control over the dragon's soul, but also dominion, as you would be the one who's actually in control.
So effectively would be to sprig Tiku and do the fusion, huh?
No, it wouldn't even be to sprig
not
Tiku. It would
sprigging.
be you would plant
It's
Tiku in
chimera-ish.
Kane's consciousness in this scenario, which would kill Tiku as far as the world's concerned. And then she would be in his head, giving him the power, and would be another voice in his head.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
was
you
gonna
want Tiku's
say,
voice in your head.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to do what Squawk was
He
gonna
randomly
do,
starts drooling.
and I thought about
Like
it,
that?
and the answer is no. No, you do not.
It's... I knew it is a possibility. I just... to have it confirmed so succinctly. I need time.
I thought Orlvan was gonna take it. I thought that was your plan.
I'm
Did I
sorry.
miss something?
That is the plan, yes, Razu. But every child has a dream, and mine just got harder.
Well, don't give up so easily. Hey, charisma's an easy thing.
As I drop my roids and I drink a formula, and suddenly Razu just looks not roided out. And he just seems like
And you realize
happier
that
and more jolly to be around.
you realize just Razu looking normal. You're like, oh, this guy's not so bad.
And like, yeah, now I just have advantage on all the charisma checks. I'm just
See, potions, alchemy.
Wait a
yes.
minute, you look more like Squawk now.
quite fascinating.
Tiku doesn't like you like this.
He, like hunches a little bit, and then you're just like, no. it's like you can see him.
I
You
check
know
out his soul every time.
you know what a baby sees their dad and he has a beard, then he shaves it, but he's got a towel on. And they're like, oh, it's dad. And then he moves it, and they're like, that's you with squawking. He hunches slightly, and you're like,
Razu in a bad sense of humor.
Well, that's interesting.
Tiku looks at your soul.
Is
well,
your
it's still Razu.
is your dream to be a full-fledged dragon someday?
Don't you ever do that again. Go back.
I dropped the other.
Roids back up.
That's the good shit.
It might be childish, but yes. Ever since I saw Olivale, he has fascinated me in a way I cannot describe.
Do you want to become a dragon?
Like the energy vampire kind of interested? Or
I mean, you're special in your own right. I'm not sure you need to become a dragon to.
But their strength, their beauty,
You mean their terrifyingness and their big fangs?
their fear, their presence.
Big claws.
I could never accomplish that as a human. I knew that from the start.
I didn't support the good humans.
yeah, that'd be pretty difficult in a course. I could see it.
Can you
Actually,
be
not-
serious for 2 seconds?
To be honest, it's not that complicated.
Again, childish, but it's been my dream since forever.
Zephyr, can't you turn them into a dragon with magic?
Mm.
I've seen people turn into dragons and
I mean, I'm sure there's a way, but it don't be temporary.
Even if he could.
Unless I
It's not
get
what he wants.
unless I get hold of.
The point of the joke, Skane. You can't let yourself beat yourself up.
But did Orval ever promise that you'd become a dragon?
No, he has not. He's promised me his name if I prove myself, but that is all.
And if you. So, do you adventure just because you're looking for. Hoping to stumble across something?
No. The reason I adventure, and specifically am with all of you, is Olivale requires
Proof of your capabilities?
the best way to describe it is fingers. He wants reach. And the scales are the best way to do that. He cannot be everywhere, but his most trusted can be. That's why I'm with you. That's why I've stayed with you. Because what you're doing is in his best interest and mine.
How badly do you want to be a dragon?
Not your way. Whatever way you're thinking.
That was a really good idea. So you know the whole soul taking out thing. What if you make an empty vessel with the rune weaving and alchemy? Wait. And then you make a dragon. And then I put you in it.
This sounds highly
I'm gonna
dangerous.
Go with my original no.
So, do you have any ideas of
It's an easy route, that's all I'm saying.
any clues of how you could achieve your goal?
As of yet, currently just existing around draconic magic has gotten me this far. My ability to absorb has changed my physiology, as you well know, as I gesture myself up and down. My hope is that I just need time. not necessarily a perfect science.
Effectively, Tiku would explain this as you need to marinate longer.
I hate how accurate that is.
I just thought of a route. It's the one I just said. It would work.
Tiku thinks that you need to be a little careful about absorbing too many human and other souls. Then, if you want to be dragon, you need dragon souls.
We'll have to eat dragons.
Eat
That is very
dragon.
draconic, at least as all the dragons I know.
Eat the dragon. Get a vessel at the same time.
I mean, that's highly plausible. It's based off your magic.
Hey, if you
and-
ever mate with what was her name? What's Tiamat's original name? Doesn't matter. If you ever meet with her, then you can at least have dragon babies.
half dragon babies.
Unless you do the route we talked about.
I regret asking this, but do you have any dragon feasts available?
I'm pretty sure I had one.
He was talking feasts. You're talking souls. Different things.
Oh, yes, I do have dragon. You know, there's quite a bit
Soul's
of.
a terrible way to go about that.
To be honest, I think the soul is how you have to do it.
Do you want the black dragon leg that I
So
totally
the one
didn't
caveat, just as a
understand?
reminder to you, your older brother is more dragon-like than you are. That is to say,
But they're not.
something about what Orlevel does dragonify.
I know that, but is it enough to bridge the gap?
It's
do you
It's-
want?
I actually do know, but
do
it's
you want
an-
some dragon wings? Do you want buffalo or barbecue?
I would.
are you making food? Or are
Yeah.
you guys going to dinner and then you're going to make the food at the dinner?
Serve
wings are
dragon at dinner, dude.
However, as far as the food's probably fine. The soul, I do think that may be a recipe to speed along your transformation. However, you may lose yourself
You may want to talk to your baby daddy
if your soul isn't strong enough to contend with that of a
Do you know what
dragon.
a baby daddy is?
Diku doesn't know.
I will keep
He's
that
your-
in mind. as a
You're
last
his baby,
resort.
and he's your daddy.
That being said, I do not like it, so it is at the bottom
just-
of the
he's-
list.
Oh, trust me, I
He's
would.
his son, right? That's
I
cool.
agree with you. I have 2 roommates, and they're both very noisy.
That means mine's not the bottom of the list.
How
Yours
do-
isn't even on the list.
How does Zephyr
So
so?
productive conversation. Is there any other note on it? Or is it now just kind of like spiraling between the different options?
How does Zephyr's soul look now that he has the undead part? Does he still look like Zephyr, and he just has other souls around
Zephyr
him?
himself has 2 souls in him. He has his soul and what you would now be able to
Golrosh,
recognize
yeah.
as Golrosh. His book has another one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they all. Zephyr probably looks like a storm of shit going on, magical energies.
Especially because his magic interacts with his book. So also, just so you know, whenever he casts a spell, it would look like he's using souls as his source. As far as the way that it would look to Tiku now.
If you ever want me to try to suck out that thing's soul, I could do that.
I would do that.
I feel like both of them are like, what?
Got a lot of competition in there.
Okay, so short rest had for anyone that needs to short rest. And then from there, moving to the 5th floor, or sorry, the 50th
Yeah.
floor. And by the way, he did say it. He is correct. It is the 26th through 30th because you go from the opposite end.
yeah.
I thought I wasn't.
No, you were.
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
right.
I was counting from as
I
one's
was
the top.
I was
and,
too.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
after I clarified for him that 50 is the top. And it's because you're so used to like the first being the
Yeah,
best,
yeah,
but in
yeah.
this case, no. First floor is it's literally like a merchant thing. It's not even
Just reverse
associated.
it right at this point.
No.
Top floor.
Okay,
to
so
50.
with that, you guys have finished your long rest. Kind of get ready, and
It's like an
then
elevator.
the 6 of you would move to the first floor for dinner, speeding it on.
Yes, the first one.
Yes, sorry, I did it again. It's only because he said it. I corrected it, and then he's like, "You should reverse it." I was like, "No."
Just think of it as an elevator.
True. True. Floor 50 is the top.
The penthouse.
Making your way to the 50th floor, a little bit speeding things along, you guys would see again the variety of the floors. Actually, no, not really, because you'd be using the
teleport.
The teleport lifts all the way up to the top. Arriving on the first floor, this would be familiar to the two of you. Most of Kogal's first floor is set up to be more of like a dojo, like a almost open-ended whole training area / facility.
Hey, Razu, you remember when your face hit that side of the wall?
The brick,
Good memories.
the stone's even
What
still
wall?
cracked. Like it's not even repaired.
It's still got the beak imprint.
Like full. It is like as you guys look
times.
around, especially for you, Razu, a lot of the different your mark on this floor is not repaired. Whether or not it's because Kogal doesn't care, or because he cares to leave it that way. In either way, he has not had anyone work to repair or facilitate any kind of restoration of this floor.
Give two shits until like it affects his training.
Janet Bones.
You guys would be met by a young boy. He'd be elven, but still like give the impression of like 8 or 9.
He's not into young boys, is he?
Whoa! Where did that come from?
Hey, this kid's at least 80.
I will give you this spoiler. No.
Thank you.
This young servant, the boy going to make his ends meet.
How old do you think Till is? Are you into young girls?
He has his girly with him. It's fine. It's mom and child this
She
time.
would be greeted by a young man. I say that because he's making a living. He would greet you. Welcome. It is my job to escort you. I believe all the guests are already waiting for you. He would escort you through this different like training area. You'd come to an area where there is effectively a sand pit with a staircase leading up into an open archway. Inside, you would see multiple different individuals already carousing.
I want to kind of like inspect this kid because something's not adding up here.
I love how you combine perusing and carousing.
Injuries,
Carousing.
injuries.
It is what it is.
That's a new word
What do
now,
you mean by
guys.
inspect this kid?
There's got to be some magic going on here because there's no way a little kid is fucking serving the freaking 50th floor because the sheer presence of some of these beings should almost kill them.
I'll say insight or persuasion or perception. Perception would be basically investigation.
Okay. It's
It'd
like
be investigation or insight.
I'm not touching him, but I am like kind of inspecting like
What kind of
Magic.
illusion spell are you
yeah,
under?
right, exactly.
Okay.
All right, let me do my with a investigation of 10, so 22.
22. You would see through the illusion of this child that is actually a tabaxi. Still young. Still young's wrong. Still smaller. So when I said 8-year-old, you're thinking like a 3.5 feet tall, smaller individual. The individual that you see, I don't know a better way to say it. It's a midget tabaxi, but also still clearly not young.
The official term.
Like one of those like miniature cats.
The official term is dwarf. Apparently.
A dwarf tabaxi. Apologies.
Dwarfism.
And what is your name?
Is that racist in this world?
Because of dwarfs actually exist in the world.
He'd
but
smile upon realizing that you've looked through it and says, "My name is Vale." And the voice would be different from the high
very
pitched.
appropriate name.
I thought it was apt. Anyhow, what I'm here to do still remains the same.
Are you the fourth? Third? Maybe?
I serve the fourth, yes. They'll be meeting with you for what it's worth. Gesturing again to the staircase going up to the area where they are carousing. We're sticking with it, actually. The carousing.
Can we all see the illusion now? Because I assume we pointed out.
As soon as he points it out, he drops it. So yes, clothing-wise as well, he's wearing a sailor's coat. Sailor's jacket would be more accurate. Is it's open on this end and it's purposely been cut to expose his chest. individual has...
Holy shit. The force seed is the Theron.
The individual
I had to
has
throw that out there before we figure it out.
yellow fur with a bare chest.
We already know who the fourth seed is. No one else seems to know, though. That's what my problem is.
Yeah. So Theron, evidently in disguise.
No.
Hired a midget tabaxi for no reason.
That said, as you guys would move through this sand pit, as you'd effectively have to walk across the sand pit to get to the stairs to head up into the room that is going to be attached to the kitchen, almost give you the idea more of a servant's quarters that's been spiffed up because it was right next to a fighting pit. So Kogal likes it. With that, as soon as you guys would come to the door, Alec would turn and says, "My darling guests, it's so good to see you," as he would walk up to the door and specifically would kiss the two of you on the forehead. He says, "Welcome," to each of you. He says, "Now, don't forget, you promised me a dance, but for now, business to attend to. Tiku, I must show you to the kitchen, as I'm sure you are interested, and we have quite a plethora of exotic gifts for you today."
Wait, narrator.
You're slowly winning me over.
Tiku,
So
do you
you're
need help?
saying his trunk touched my forehead? Or he just like went over top of me like he's gonna eat me?
How
Yes,
does it look
Zephyr.
in your imagination, sir?
I imagine.
Escorting you to the kitchen, you guys now entering the party, seeing a few different individuals. You would, first and most recognizable, you would see Kogal seemingly laughing heavily with a large stein in his hand that has very clearly and obviously spilled on the floor multiple times. As you kind of like look around the room, he's likely even filled it back up and had it fill and spill again. Sitting next to him is a familiar to you, as you're the only one who saw him. Sitting in what is an oddly lengthy chair is a very, very tall human, still wearing the penguin suit,
Tailcoat suit.
the tailcoat suit that I can never remember the name of because all I can think of. You'd see him sitting in a chair. Alec again escorting you. The individual in the chair, as soon as you would enter in, holding a glass up. This is a pleasure to see you again so soon. And that is where we're going to end. Because we're already a little bit past what I was told to end at. That's my bad. All right. With that, if you do end up watching this, Jasmine, I'm sorry. It was productive for what it's worth.
Stein me!
Oh, that's
He's still in character.
He is still in character, but I didn't realize it. No, you did not level up. We appreciate you. Hope you have yourselves a wonderful night. And next week we'll be back at 7. Woo!
Yeah.
7:30.
No,
7.
bad.
Always
All
sad.
right. See you later.
7:06.
Goodbye.
Oh, we're still going. Hang on.
We are still going.
Hang on.
Goodbye soon.
I can't end it. Oh God.
Personality.
You just have to
Failure.
the
All right.
whole time.
We like that.
All right, we're out.
Smiling way, boys.